apologize for the problems we're having with the interview. It's not coming up, so not able to find it on here. So anyway, we'll get to that hopefully soon. And
here are tonight's offensive starters.
Everything else is going.
Number 1, 150-pound senior Cameron Perry.
Grand River Conference game.
Number 2, 155-pound junior Damian Glasgow.
In the conference with Gallatin,
Number
Marceline,
3,
right on there.
150-pound senior Ryder Keyshaw.
3 teams next week should be quite the
Number 4, 145-pound junior Damian Glasgow.
Tonight, Marceline starting early.
Number 8, 150-pound sophomore Alex
with
Bennett.
Milan here, but
Number 15, 170-pound junior Phoenix Jordan.
And we'll be back with more here in just a moment.
175-pound
keep it right here.
sophomore Rowdy
Salisbury
Field.
Meat Market is the place to go for mouth-watering smoked
Number
pork chops,
34,
succulent hams,
140-pound
tender roast beef,
junior
and
Golden
brisket.
Parent.
They offer everyday low prices, excellent customer service, and
Number
quality
50,
products. Whether it's just dinner
170-pound
for the family
junior
or for a
Danny
large group,
Spencer.
stop into Salisbury Meat Market and let their friendly
Number
staff do the
53,
cooking for you.
185-pound
Salisbury Meat Market and
senior
Processing
Cooper
LLC
Hall.
are conveniently located at 29047 Market
Number
Lane in
70,
Salisbury. Or just call
300-pound
ahead at
junior Xander
660-388-5816. Life is tough. Your meat
Number
shouldn't be.
72, a 240-pound junior Jackson
Dear
Wattenberger.
Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the
Number
outdoors.
77,
For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hinge on
senior
the back of
Devin
your truck.
Norman.
There's your garage full of toys, from dirt
And
bikes
number
to wakeboards.
79, a
And there's your cooler full of
245-pound
Mountain Dew.
sophomore
Always
Henry
at the
Looney.
ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your
Bulldogs
deer
are
stand and
coached by
fish
Corey
and
Luke. Assisted by
cooler
Matt
of ice
Carr,
cold Mountain Dew.
Baker,
That's as
Drew
important a
Paxton,
piece of
Greg
outdoor
Thornhill,
gear as your spinning rod or your
Colt
four-wheeler.
Clark, Scott Stevens.
Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Locally owned and operated, Professional Land Title Corporation, located at 113 East Brook Street in Brookfield, has served the title insurance and escrow needs for realtors, mortgage brokers, lenders, banks, and individuals since 1964. Their staff consists of experienced, knowledgeable professionals with a focus on superior customer service. Specializing in all types of buy-sell transactions, they are committed to working with each client from start to finish, ensuring the accuracy of their work. Call Professional Land Title Corporation today at 660-258-3125.
yeah, it's not coming out very loud. Okay. He's doing a commercial one.
It's a tough night, but an opportunity here tonight to turn that momentum back around as you head into the end of the season here.
Yeah, obviously, you go Putnam County, Gallatin, South Harrison, that's 3 good opponents that, physical football teams. So it's been a long 3 weeks, but, we have you just kind of talked about it, we got a chance tonight to kind of rewrite the season a little bit and, get back to one way.
This Milan team certainly on paper having a tough season, but they'll present a unique challenge, a completely different style of offense than you've seen this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I really feel like, the previous 3 weeks, it's been a lot, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, tackle on a phone booth, however you want to say it. It's been, a downhill running game, whereas, they want to spread it out and kind of wing it a little bit. So it's going to look a little different, but, that's something, defensively, that's something that when we're practicing against our guys, we practice against the spread. So that's something that we're used to. So it'll be good to see us, how we compete in that situation, moving forward.
Your leaders have got to be sure that you're focused on tonight. I know there's a big game coming up next week. The district standings you're looking at, all that stuff, but they got to be ready to play this team tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not in any situation. We've lost 2 of our last 3, so we're not in any situation to look ahead of anybody. We got 48 minutes to go show the state that we still are the Brookfield Bulldogs, and we're going to punch them out. So I'm excited for it. I know they're excited.
All right, Coach, good luck.
Absolutely, appreciate it.
Corey Luke, Brookfield Bulldog head coach, and more from Burlington Field as our pigskin preview wraps up after this on the Z.
Roots Funeral Home in Brookfield would like to wish the Brookfield Bulldogs and other area teams good luck this football season. Roots Funeral Home is the only Lynn County family-owned and operated full-service funeral home, proudly serving Lynn County and surrounding communities with compassion and professionalism. They offer at-need, pre-planning arrangements, traditional and non-traditional services, cremations, memorial services, veteran services, and monument sales. Call Rhodes Funeral Home at 660-258-7221. It's a name you can trust and depend on. Rhodes Funeral Home, 258-7221. Having the right real estate agent means having an agent who is committed to helping you buy or sell your home with the highest level of expertise in your local market. Cindy Reese at Reese Realty is that agent. Whether you are an experienced investor or a first-time buyer, Cindy will help you find the property of your dreams. Call Cindy at Reese Realty today, 660-734-3536. That's 660-734-3536 for Reese Realty.
We're 1470 AM KFMZ and 96.9 FM KZBK, Brookfield, Kirksville, Chillicothe. Today's best mix.
31.
You're listening to the best in high school football from KZBK and the Z Sports Network, part of the Best Broadcast Crew. Tonight's game is a special presentation of Best Broadcasting Incorporated and is being aired live on 1470 AM, 96.9 FM, Brookfield Cable Channel 6, and on the World Wide Web at KZBKRadio.com, courtesy of SHighway.com, your local internet provider. Your announcer is Jeff Elliott. Keeping stats, Jim Elliott. And I'm Dale Palmer. Now get set for high school football live on KZBK and the Z Sports Network.
Our Friday night football coverage on the Z brought to you by the Brookfield R3 School District and the Brookfield Athletics Booster Club. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of Brookfield and Chillicothe. Bank of Brookfield Purdon, Meadville, and Winnigan. Tasty Trees, Charlie's Family Hair Care, NCM Graphics, Brookfield Vet Clinic, Hometown Hardware, Extreme Recreation, Tequila Jalisco Mexican Restaurant, Rhodes Funeral Home, Reese Realty, Better by Design, Park Lawn Memorial Gardens, Green Hills Pharmacy, Overton's Legendary Helm Street Inn, Life Care Center, Brookfield Physical Therapy, Bailey Brothers Collision Repair, Smith Motor, Professional Land Title, and Wright Funeral Home, part of the GEH family of funeral homes, all of Brookfield. Stanbury Uniforms, Brookfield, Milan, and Warsaw, Regional Missouri Bank, Marceline, Downtown Marceline, Salisbury, Keatsville, Glasgow, Paris, 2 Moberly locations, and in downtown Brookfield, Quinn Lumber, Brookfield, Marceline, and Macon, Barrymore Bank, locations in Brookfield, Milan, Kearney, Eagleville, and North Kansas City, Putnam County State Bank of Unionville and Milan, Best TV Sales and Rentals of Moberly, Sheraton Valley, keeping you connected today and tomorrow. Visit them online at cvalley.net or call 660-395-9000. Go further, go faster, go fiber with Sheraton Valley. Shoot! Nice to have that nice long sponsor list. So many of those names we hear year after year, helping us bring you our coverage as the captains are meeting at midfield. The toss is in the air, and we'll see who's going to get the ball to start here tonight. A beautiful night, as Bill mentioned earlier, and Jim, I apologize. I left you hung out to dry there as our timing was a bit off tonight thanks to senior night, and wasn't available when I needed to be, but we are ready to roll here with week number 8 of this high school football season.
It looks like the Wildcats won the toss, waiting to see who's doing what. This really has taken a long time at midfield for this coin toss.
Lots of introductions and discussions to have. I noticed I was waiting for the officials to talk to each coach in order to get starters in my interview for pregame out on the field, and long conversations with the coaches as well. And it feels like there's several points of emphasis that they're going over this year that maybe they haven't in the past.
Milan won the toss, and they will receive and send the north goal, and Brookfield will kick from south to north or left to right on your radio dial if you've got an old one like I've got. If it's digital, I can't help you there.
So we talked about the defense. We talked about the Brookfield defense making a statement here tonight and getting some stops and getting their offense rolling. They'll have the opportunity right off the bat, and Milan, led by their senior quarterback, as you said, Jim, of the skill players, about all they returned from last year's team that we saw. Hunter Reed, looking at film, he's got an arm. He has made some plays for this Milan team.
Yeah, he was 8 of 16 last year in the game against Brookfield. Very, very good quarterback last year, and as a senior, he's the obvious leader of this team.
Ronnie Sharp has it teed up on the 40-yard line. Brookfield going from south to north, our left to our right. Official blows the whistle, and we're going to get going. Ronnie's kick sails right down the middle of the field, taken at the 10-yard line, back to the 15-20, cuts up field to the 25, spins off a hit to the 30, and spun down at the 34, and that was that quarterback, Hunter Reed, on the return.
Hunter Reed on the return.
Cameron Perry made the stop for the Bulldogs.
Spot is the 34-yard
Milan
line.
setting up shop at
Milan
the
in their own
34-yard
territory,
line.
first and 10.
Pretty good return as he found a little bit of a hole in the middle and was able to spin for a nice 4 or 5 more yards.
Wildcats will spread out their offense for the most part. Similar look to Brookfield, but a little bit different approach out of the spread. Now, 2 wide receivers to both sides. Single step back next to Reed, who's in the pistol. The give is to that running back straight ahead across the 35 and then push back. Got out maybe to the 37. Another junior there, Dylan Stocks, on the carry.
Dylan Stocks, the ball carrier.
Several guys, 2, 3, 4, all in there. Damian Glasgow, Ryder T-Shaw, Dave Glasgow, all in on the stop for the Bulldogs. 3-yard gain on first down for Milan.
And the quarterback, Hunter Reed, trots all the way over to the sideline to get the play and then all the way back out to the huddle. They get to the line with 10 seconds on the play clock. Set up in the pistol. Got 2 men in motion now, and they'll give again straight ahead to Sott. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, drives forward for just a yard. It'll be 3rd and about 6.
Stott's the ball carrier.
Perry, the leader on that stop. It looks like there's going to be a hole off of the left side of that Milan offensive
Cameron Perry, Jackson Sibley combined on the tackle at the 39. Gave a couple leads, 3rd and
integrity
5.
is something that Brookfield's going to need to make sure they do a good job of tonight.
Yeah, I agree. He had looked like a nice hole in a possible big game. Brookfield closed it quickly. Got a nice spot, 2-yard gain.
39-yard line, 3rd and 5. No backs in the backfield with Reed. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Back to throw. Reed's going to go deep down the far sideline. And it is intercepted. No, incomplete, but knocked away. Phoenix Jordan from the safety spot went over and read that beautifully and almost picked it off. It'll be 4th down.
Pass
He threw it up and
incomplete.
underthrew
Phoenix
it,
Jordan
and then
holding parent
Jordan,
on
of course,
coverage.
at his
4th
6'4"
and 5.
frame, able to come over and get a piece of it.
Looked like multiple Bulldogs had a better shot at that one than any Milan receiver to catch it. That was definitely one of those moon balls.
Reed also does the punting.
Now in punt formation inside his own 30-yard line to take this snap. Snap is good. It's the kick away. Line drive taken at the 25-yard line. Back to the 30-35. Breaks the tackle at the 40 and to the 43 before he's pushed back. And that was Dayton Glasgow on the return. Brookfield will start with good field position.
Dayton Glasgow on the
36-yard
return.
An 18-yard return. Nice return
Tackled
by
by
Dayton.
Haven DeWright at the 43-yard line, Brookfield territory. First
Brookfield
and
gets
10.
good field position at the 43, and they got their defensive stop they were looking for.
Yeah, we asked them for a stop early, and they got a 3 and out, and the offense is on the field with Phoenix Jordan in the pistol, Parent behind him in the backfield. The inside handoff goes to Perry on the jet sweep. He gets to the sideline 50, makes the man miss 40, and that's still on his feet inside the 35-yard line into Milan territory. Big gain on first down for Cameron Perry.
Cameron Perry,
Types
ball
of yards
carrier.
that look like running yards, but they're going to go down as receiving yards for Cameron Perry with that little
35-yard
pop pass
line. That's
starting at
good
the
for a
old
Bulldog.
43 and all the way into Milan territory to the 35-yard line. Good start for the Bulldog offense.
Made a couple of cuts in there. I almost fell down. My goodness.
First and 10 at the Milan 35. Jordan in the pistol. Parent behind him in the backfield. And the snap and the give. Parent straight ahead. Has a seam and is gone. Parent right up the gut. Through the secondary. Into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Golden Parent, the ball carrier.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
And his 8th consecutive game with a rushing touchdown. He needs 148 yards tonight to hit the 1,000 yards.
Huge hole for the running back Parent to run through, and then he split 2 defenders in the secondary and was gone. Bulldogs looking to the sideline for a play call for a 2-point conversion try. They'll go with twin backs next to Jordan in the backfield, Parent and Dayton Glasgow next to him. Now motion, Perry comes to the far side. The misdirection handoff, no, fake, and Phoenix keeps it up inside and into the end zone for 2.
Phoenix Jordan, the ball
Dominant
carrier.
drive by
For 2
Brookfield
points.
to begin this game. 2 plays, 6 points. Excellent start.
And the 2-point conversion with 9:24 to play in the first quarter. 8-0 Brookfield on top early at Burlington Field. We'll take a 1-minute timeout on the Z. Yeah, we'll just keep it here. 8-0 Brookfield on the opening possession. A 3-and-out for the Milan offense. And then a quick drive for the Brookfield offense, Jim.
57 yards on 2 plays. A little good pass to Perry. Set up a 35-yard run by Parent, and the 2-point conversion was good. 8-0 Brookfield early.
Bulldogs kickoff team comes out. Ronnie Sharp will set the tee down at the 40. And we'll get another kickoff here.
I know they do the pop pass so that if it's dropped, it's an incomplete pass instead of a fumble, but Phoenix has to like the passing yards off of that from just having to toss it barely forward.
Helps the percentage of completion, that's for sure.
Here comes Ronnie Sharp forward for the kick. Booms it down the middle. On the bounce, it's taken by the Wildcats at the 4-yard line to the 10, and he is swallowed up short of the 15-yard line. Hunter Reed again on the return, and a good coverage job by the Brookfield kick team.
Really nice kick by Sharp and a little bit of a bobble by Reed, and they're going to
Cole
mark it.
Hewer in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
14 or 13-yard
Mark
line.
it at the 12-yard line, it looks like. First and 10
Brookfield
there.
winning the field position battle handily so far in this game.
I'll mark it at the 12. Cole Hewer led that stop on the kick coverage team and had plenty of help with him over there as Reed had a little trouble with the bounce on that kick. Reed is in the pistol. Dots next to him in the backfield. Reed's going to keep it, and the Bulldogs are all over it. Jackson Wattenbarger sniffed it out. He goes down for a loss.
Reed, the ball carrier. Jackson Wattenbarger.
Wattenbarger was right there, and Reed did not want any part of being tackled on that play. He just said, I'll go down rather than being swallowed up by big number 72. Thank you very much.
Loss of 4 on the play. Reed looked up, and there he was. Nowhere to go.
Reed again all the way to the sideline to get the play ball from his head coach, Ben Miller. First year at Milan for Coach Miller.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to be tackled by Jackson Wattenbarger either.
I wouldn't want to be tackled by anybody. There's a high snap to Reed, and he is swallowed inside the 5-yard line. 3 Bulldogs had a meeting at the quarterback, and another big loss.
Reed, the ball carrier.
Dayton Glasgow and
Jackson
Perry
Sibley.
just kind of holding his shoulder.
Cam Perry and others in on that stop for a loss. So mark it at the
We knew before this game that
1-yard
blocking
line.
has been an issue for the Milan
Third
offensive
and
line,
21.
and that has been readily apparent on these last 2 plays.
Loss of 7 on that play, 3rd and 21.
Jackson Sibley with immediate pressure from the defensive end spot, and Cam Perry was right there with him to rack up the loss back at the 1-yard line. So now Reed's got to try to get this out of his own end zone on 3rd down, and he will keep. He does get out of the end zone, but just barely as he pops back into the end zone, but they'll mark it at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Colton
Reed, the ball carrier.
Really
Colton
nice
Parent with the
tackle.
tackle.
That
No
was
gain
some
on the
pretty
play.
poor
Fourth down.
tackling. Colton Parent driving his shoulder right into the chest of the quarterback Reed and meeting him at the line of scrimmage and no further.
This time,
Now,
Parents.
sorry, Jim.
I was going to say Parents and Perry are back to the kicks this time.
And now Reed's got a tough job standing at the back of his end zone. It'll be a shorter than normal snap for the punt. And he gets it off. A low-line drive kick. One bounce. Perry at the 38-yard line. To the near sideline, 30. Big block by Parent to the 20. Perry turns the corner. Touchdown at the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Brookfield, near the 10.
Cameron
Jim, how
Perry
many
on the
people did
return.
Colton Parent block on that play? I got at least two that
Raphael
Colton Parent
Seaver,
blocked,
excuse
and maybe
me.
three
Yeah,
that he
Raphael
was out
Seaver.
there
No,
in
Dylan
front.
Soft
Colton Parent,
led the
not
tackle at the 10.
not just a young man who
Milan
shows off the
territory. It will
wheels,
be
but
first
perfectly
and goal.
willing to go hit somebody as he showed on that last defensive play and on the punt return.
Yeah, I'm not in charge of blocking stats. That was a 37-yard punt, 28-yard return.
I'm going with 3.
In the pistol is Jordan. Parent behind him. Takes the handoff. Quick pass out to the far side. Clock there. That's Bennett. Bennett gets inside the 5 and to the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. The quick pass out to the sideline. And the catch and run by Bennett makes it 14-0.
Phoenix
And
Jordan's
that is
pass
Alex Bennett,
complete
first
to
touchdown
Alex
reception
Bennett
of the
for a touchdown Bulldog.
10 yards on the play.
Just a quick little bubble screen. Hit it quick, hit it well.
2-point conversion try coming with Jordan in the pistol. Parent with him in the backfield. Snap, give, inside handoff. That goes to Rowdy Fields, who drives in for the 2-point conversion.
Rowdy Fields on the carry.
Rowdy Fields found the
4-2.
linebacker and hit him after he was already in the end zone and enjoyed that quite a bit. Brookfield taking a 16-0 lead. 6:42 to go first quarter. 16-0 Bulldogs to start. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Z.
Fast food, you want to eat slow, you want to savor each bite, take some time, don't you know? Fast food, you want to eat slow.
You'll want to savor each bite at Tasty Treat on South Main and Brookfield. Tasty Treat has what you're craving. Delicious batter burgers, incredible tenderloins, chicken strips, and more with great specials every day. And don't forget the ice cream. Satisfy your craving at Tasty Treat on South Main and Brookfield.
You want to eat slow.
Stanberry Uniforms in the Brookfield Industrial Park has immediate openings for production workers at our Brookfield facility. Full-time sewing and a few non-sewing positions are available. Starting salary $13.60 per hour, paid weekly with 8 paid holidays and a complete benefits package available. No phone calls, please. Apply in person at Stanberry Uniforms, 108 Stanberry Industrial Drive in Brookfield. Stanberry Uniforms is an equal opportunity employer. We participate in E-Verify to confirm that you're authorized to work in the U.S.
Ronnie Sharp tees it up, and the Bulldogs will kick again. Here's his kick. Again, it is at Hunter Reed. Takes it at the 10-yard line, back to the 15-20. Cuts to the far side, 25-30. A little seam out to the 35, but then he's swallowed up and pushed back near the 35 for this Milan possession on the return by Reed.
Hunter Reed on the return.
Showed
Ryder
speed
T.
that
Shaw,
time.
Cooper Holland led the
Really
stop.
showed that off.
Mark
He had
it
a nice
near the
return,
35 in
yards.
Milan territory.
The
First
35.
and
Brookfield's
10.
drive, one play, 10 yards. The pass to Bennett from Phoenix Jordan. And the 2-point conversion by Rowdy Fields was good.
Jim, we talked about last week's time of possession numbers. We're not doing ourselves any favors on time of possession tonight. 2 touchdowns,
A little
3
different.
offensive plays.
Yeah, a little different when you run 3 plays for 2 touchdowns.
There's the snap to Reed. Gives to the running back in the backfield, and he is hit for a loss as Cam Perry slips in there for a 5-yard loss.
He wants to show me how
Gunnar
he does it. He
Sims on
timed
that
it
carry.
perfectly
Cameron
that time.
Perry with
Cameron
the tackle
Perry
for
timed
loss.
that blitz
About
absolutely
28-yard
exquisitely.
line.
He
Loss
wasn't
of
too
7.
early, but he hit it right
Second and
as
17.
the snap was going back to the quarterback, shot the gap, and the back stood absolutely no chance on that play.
Gunnar Sims on the carry for the loss of 7.
Yeah, Gunnar Sims, one of the receivers that's made some big plays catching the ball for this Milan team this year. His first running attempt tonight did not go well. Back to throw, Reed. Pass is caught at about the 35-yard line. Quickly tackled, but it got the 7 yards back, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
It went to Sievers.
Hunter Reed's pass complete to Raphael Sievers.
And there's going to be a penalty, though.
Penalty flag, though, on the play.
It's going to be an
illegal block. Chop block against Milan.
So that completion will not count. If, assuming Bulldogs take this penalty, the flag's way back in the backfield.
Brookfield coaching staff signaling that they do indeed want to take the penalty.
So that nullifies a 7-yard completion to Sievers.
The ball was on the 28. And it looks like maybe they're starting at the 35 to mark it off.
I don't know. They're bringing it back. They're going to start at the 30. I think they got the spot confused after they had moved the marker. And so it's 15 yards back to the 15.
They'll mark the penalty from the 30-yard line. 15 yards takes it back to the Milan 15.
Second and 30.
Second down and 30.
If they had marked it from what was the line of scrimmage, it would have been half the distance from the 28. It would have been at the 14, so not much difference.
Right. We're not going to complain about officials this week.
Nope.
I talked to a few listeners who said, boy, you guys.
Standing here with Nathan Stufflebean on his podcast, I promised that we weren't going to do that. We did that a little bit last week. Here's a big pass down the middle of the field, and it's caught and has the first down. There is Gunnar Sims. I told you, making a big play in the passing game. Nice catch and a first down.
Hunter Reed's pass complete to Gunnar Sims. Out to the 46-yard line. Gain of 31 is good for a first and 10.
46.
There was that arm of Reed that we knew about and that we'd seen in pregame warm-ups.
Yeah, not bad coverage. I mean, Damian was right with him all the way, and it was perfectly thrown over the inside shoulder and a nice grab made on the dead run by Sims. And Milan has some field position here at their own 46-yard line. Fake handoff. Reed keeps it across midfield, and an inadvertent whistle.
Oh, boy.
As the ball was with the quarterback, the official blew the play dead because the running back was tackled after the fake. And that's going to be unfortunate. That was going to be a nice pickup by the quarterback.
So that's going to be no gain virtually on the play. What a bad break.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
Milan coach
inadvertent whistle will replay the down, 1st and 10.
So they're going to replay the down. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to replay it. And Brookfield defense wants to talk. I think Coach Luke and his staff saw these last two plays and says, hey, boys, it's 16-0, but this game is far from over. Wake up. Let's play some D. 4:44 to go, first quarter. 16-0. Brookfield on top.
Reed probably had a first down on that play, or very close to it when the whistle blew.
He certainly found running room, fooled the official with the fake handoff, and fooled the Brookfield defense. And had across midfield at least, it would have at least been 2nd and short. But instead, it'll be 1st and 10.
We've had 2 inadvertent whistles this season alone. And it's been several years since I can remember having one.
Very true. Milan comes straight to the line from their huddle out of the Brookfield timeout. Reed in the backfield, and the pistol stop is the running back next to him. 4 wide receivers for this Wildcat offense. Back to throw. Quick pass down the near sideline, and it's incomplete. Intended for Sims. Good coverage by both Glasgows there. Had him bracketed.
Pass incomplete. Coverage by Damian and Dayton.
For 3 throwing
2nd and 10.
Dayton Glasgow offering some safety help over the top to Damian on Sims after that long 30-yard reception.
Again, though, good job by the Milan offensive line giving Reed a little bit of time to make that deep throw. As earlier, these first 2 possessions, he hasn't had any time. So here's the snap, and there's a quick pitch to Sims across the 45. Takes a big hit and falls forward out to the 49. Strong run after the catch by Sims will leave 3rd and about 7.
3 on the
little pop pass from Reed to Gunnar Sims. Good for a gain out to the 49-yard line.
throwing the football.
Cam Perry led the stop. 3-yard pickup leaves 3rd and 7.
Milan wanting desperately to get in Brookfield territory for the first time in this first quarter.
4 minutes left in the first quarter.
3rd and 7 from the 49-yard line. Reed in the pistol back to throw. Here comes pressure, and he's sacked. Back at the 35-yard line. Jackson Sibley won the race and got there first.
Quarterback sacked by Jackson Sibley.
Basically
back at the
unblockable
35-yard
for the right
line.
tackle coming off that
Loss
left
of 14 on the play.
He has
Leaves
been a low
4th
so far in this
and
game,
long.
and you have to expect he'll continue to be.
It's a 14-yard loss. And
4th and 21. Yeah. Reed in punt formation stands at his 25. There's the snap. Here's the kick. It's a line drive. 1 bounce taken by Parent at the 27-yard line to the sideline. 30-35. Cuts back at the 40 and wrestled down at the 43. That's where Brookfield will start in their own territory.
Colton Parent on the return.
16-yard
Tackle
return.
led by Tristan Truitt
Parent, and
at the
once again,
44-yard line.
good field position
43-yard
with
line.
3:09 left in the first
43 and a half.
quarter.
You right here, 44.
We're going to mark it at the 43,
1st and 10.
just auctioning off which line that's going to be.
We'll call it the 44. First and
Very
10.
close, isn't it?
Twin backs in the backfield with Phoenix Jordan and the pistol on 1st and 10. Snap, give, and wrapped up at the line of scrimmage is, I believe, Dayton Glasgow. He gets pushed back. Perry. And a very short gain on the play.
Cameron Perry, the ball carrier.
Yeah, they got him early and
Tackle led by Landon
couldn't
McDonald
get away from the
at
Milan
the
tackler.
46. Gain of a couple,
And then
2nd and 8.
Landon McDonald led the stop for the Wildcats. 2-yard pickup leaves 2nd and 8 at the 46. Now just Parent in the backfield with Jordan. Trips to the near side, back to throw, quick pass, incomplete. Look for Perry to run a slant. Perry ran a stop, and the pass falls harmlessly. 3rd down.
Pass incomplete.
Yeah, Brookfield had 3
Third and
receivers
8.
and only 2 Milan defenders. Perry wanted that quick pass so he could take off.
Yeah, I think Perry was trying to sit down in an empty spot in the zone, and he and Phoenix were just a little bit off on where he thought he was going to sit down.
Again, Jordan in the pistol. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Parent the deep back behind Phoenix. On 3rd down, quick pass out to the near side. Perry, 45-50, has a block at the 40, to the sideline, 35, touchback, 30, race down the middle of the field, 10, 5, 10, hold on. Cameron Perry takes the screen all the way. And that
Cameron
bubble
Perry
screen
on the
was made
reception.
possible by
Touchdown.
Ryder T. Shaw with
Bubble.
a solid block right there at the line of scrimmage. And because, even though the ball was in the air, because he was at or behind the line of scrimmage, completely legal, not offensive pass interference. Great job by Ryder T. Shaw on that play.
54 yards on the play. I believe it might be Perry's longest reception of the year. Yes, it is.
And I believe it was Damian Glasgow that had the block downfield that he cut back off of to finish it off. Here's the two-point conversion try. Give to Parent, off tackle to the goal line, and then push back. And they're going to say short. So the two-point try, no good. The score remains 22-0 Bulldogs, 2:15 to play in the first quarter. Good start for Brookfield here tonight on senior night. Back in 1 minute on the Z.
Locally owned and operated, Professional Land Title Corporation, located at 113 East Brook Street in Brookfield, has served the title insurance and escrow needs for realtors, mortgage brokers, lenders, banks, and individuals since 1964. Their staff consists of experienced, knowledgeable professionals with a focus on superior customer service. Specializing in all types of buy-sell transactions, they are committed to working with each client from start to finish, ensuring the accuracy of their work. Call Professional Land Title Corporation today at 660-258-3125. Father's Day, birthdays, holidays, Mother's Day, anniversaries, Just Because Day. Even Friday the 13th is your lucky day for power deals on Milwaukee brand tools and Quinn Lumber. Tools that deliver performance day in and day out regardless of the job. Like the M18 fuel blower that provides exceptional performance for both residential and professional use. And right now, when you buy a Milwaukee M18 fuel blower kit, you get a free battery while supplies last. That means every day is more for your money day at Quinn Lumber in Marceline, Brookfield, and Macon.
Ronnie Sharp comes forward to kick again, and it comes to the near side, taken by Hunter at the 15, back to the 20, 25, 30, finds a seam to the 35, 40, and drugged down near the 45-yard line, and that was not Hunter, that was Brock McDonald on the return for the Wildcats.
Brock McDonald on the return.
Very nice return, good field position for Milan. Brookfield's longest drive.
Tackle led by Mason Lambert for the Bulldogs at the 43-yard line in Milan territory, first and 10 Wildcat.
Cameron Perry, the run failed, 22-0. Brookfield still in the first quarter.
4 offensive plays for the Bulldogs, 3 touchdowns.
6. That was a three-play drive that time. We doubled the number of plays.
Okay. Here's the give-off tackle, and nothing there for Stott. He's stuck for a short loss back at the 42-yard line. Second down.
Dylan Stott's the ball carrier.
Loss of 1 on that play. Stotts just couldn't
Cooper
get going.
Hollins, Andrew Stupplebean. Others in on that stop for a loss of 1, second and 11.
Good job by the interior of the Brookfield line.
Second down and 11 play coming. Hunter Reed brings him to the line. He'll be in the pistol by himself in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Blitz coming. Quick pass out is just a little too high for the intended receiver, Sims. It'll be third down.
Pass incomplete, 3rd and 11.
Even if Sims would have caught that, Damian Glasgow was right there driving on that play.
And a smart
recognition.
And a smart play by Damian to not make the hit.
Indeed.
Because it certainly would have been a penalty.
Yes.
He knew it was over his head, let it go.
Clock stopped after the incomplete pass with a minute 19 left in the first quarter. And I was going to say they did not place the ball correctly. They'll move it forward a yard. It's 3rd and 11. 2 backs in the backfield with Hunter. Now motioning out is Sims. Back to throw. Hunter, underneath route. Knocked away, incomplete. Good defensive job by Keyshaw, I believe, or was that Bennett?
That's Alex Bennett. Alex Bennett was right there on
Pass
that coverage.
incomplete.
Very
Alex
nice
Bennett
play.
there for the defense.
Really good pass by Reed, but Bennett made an even better play on the ball. Point number 4 for Milan, I assume, on 4th down and 10.5.
Reed, line of scrimmage, their own 42.
Reed did go. They look like they're calling a play in the huddle, but that may just be a ruse.
Reed will line up in the pistol. He is the punter, but is going to take the snap and look to throw, and does throw down the middle of the field. It is knocked away. Phoenix Jordan, along with Damian Glasgow, right there, and Brookfield will take over on down.
Pass incomplete. Phoenix Jordan and Damian Glasgow on the coverage. Brookfield will take over on downs at the Milan 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Coverage there.
That's how you do it. Damian Glasgow right there in Sims' hip pocket in the trail position. Phoenix Jordan helping out over the top. Nice coverage by the Bulldogs defense.
How nice to have 6'3", 6'4", whatever Phoenix is, at that free safety spot. Not only can he get there because he's got speed, but he's got that size as well to go up and knock it away. 1st and 10 with Jordan in the pistol. Parent with him in the backfield. Handoff to Parent. He's got a hole. 40, 35, touchback, 30, 25 to the sideline. 20, knocked out of bounds near the 15-yard line. Parent with a big run on 1st down.
Golden Parent, the ball carrier.
Most of
Tackle
the
led
way
by
after
Gunnar
he
Sims.
broke the line of scrimmage, the Brookfield line.
Marking
Moved
just
Milan
shy of
back
the
several yards on that play.
15.
Yeah, when Jeff
Call
said
it
he
the
got a hole,
17-yard
he's got a
line. 1st
hole.
and 10.
Let's more fully
That is
describe
a
that
Bulldog.
as Jackson Wattenberger
Sorry
and Henry
about that.
Looney on the right side of the Brookfield offensive line completely collapsed the Milan defensive line and sent him right back toward the middle.
25-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 17. Jordan in the pistol takes the snap. Fakes the handoff on the jet sweep and keeps it. Makes the man miss at the 15 to the 10. Near the 5-yard line, it'll be another 1st down with Phoenix Jordan on the run.
Phoenix Jordan, the ball carrier.
McDonald made a good tackle there. Jordan was
Tackle led
on
by
in.
Brock McDonald at about the 6-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain. And another Bulldog.
I decided to just keep watching the line on this play after what Jackson Wattenberger did on the previous play. And he took his defender and drove him about 8 yards down the field and onto his back. Jackson Wattenberger has come to send a message tonight.
1st and goal at the 6 as the Bulldogs look to the sideline. Got Emmett Haley in there at center at the moment for the Bulldogs offense. Fake handoff and the quick pass outside to Dayton Glasgow. Puts the man into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Phoenix Jordan's pass to Dayton Glasgow. Touchdown
Dayton Glasgow's
Bulldogs.
ability to make one quick cut and to get upfield was certainly on display right there. Beautiful play, quick pass, and into the end zone in a hurry for number 4.
Dayton Glasgow's first receiving touchdown of the season. Another 3-play drive.
And another 2-point conversion try coming. There was a flag, but they're going to pick up the flag, and the touchdown does count. Stufflebean back in at center. It was just a one snap. He may have had an equipment problem or something on that one snap, but he's back in there at center with Jordan in the pistol. Parent behind him at running back. And the direct snap to Parent. Parent gets a block from Jordan, cuts it up and in for the 2-point conversion. Colden Parent for 2.
Colden Parent on the carry for 2.
5 seconds left in the first quarter, so we'll keep it here. 30-0, Bulldogs.
Drive was 43 yards on 3 plays. Jordan's 6-yard pass to Dayton Glasgow, and Parent's run was good. 3 for 4 on 2-point conversions tonight.
Pretty offense, pretty defense, pretty everything, pretty score. Pretty night for the Brookfield Bulldogs so far.
Yeah, Brookfield run 9 plays, 6 of them 10 yards or more, and 4 of them for touchdowns.
Just that kind of year for this Milan Wildcat team. I mean, they just don't have the horses. They've got athletes, great quarterbacks. We saw a nice play by their big receiver. Their runner runs hard, but Brookfield just is dominant so far.
Yeah, you see where Milan doesn't stack up to Brookfield is up front on the offensive and defensive lines. The guys in blue are just owning the lines on both sides at this point in the game.
Which, as we said, pregame is huge for this team to get that confidence back, get that swagger back with a big performance tonight, heading into Bell game next week and district play coming. Ronnie Sharp to kick off for the 5th time tonight. And here is the kick. Taken by McDonald at the 14, back to the 20-25, wants to cut back and does cut back at the 30, makes the man miss 35, gets a block to the 40-45, penalty flag comes in. McDonald into Brookfield territory on a nice return, but it's going to at least partially come back.
I think it's going to
McDonald on the return.
Return of 33 yards.
Penalty flag on the play.
And it is holding on Milan. They'll push it back to the 37-yard line.
And that will be the end of the first quarter as they'll mark it back. 30-0 Bulldogs at the end of the first. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Friday Night Football on the Z.
NCM Graphics is the go-to place for outstanding commercial
During
printing
this quarter
services
break,
like
we're going to see
business
a quick
forms, business
performance
cards,
by our
letterhead,
cheerleaders who
envelopes,
are
sales flyers, you
preparing
name
to
it. If you can be
compete
printed,
at
they
state.
can print it. They also offer copy services,
Please
color or black
enjoy.
and white in whatever quantity you need, fax services, UPS and FedEx shipping services, a full line of office equipment, office supplies, and more. NCM Graphics, the go-to place, located at 203 North Main Street in downtown Brookfield and online at ncmgraphics.com.
Everybody promises hometown customer service, but where do you actually get the kind of service you're looking for? It's a century-old tradition at the Bank Brookfield Purton. Just about everything they do is about the convenience of their customers. They've got an up-to-date variety of modern banking services like free online banking and internet bill pay, and the hometown services that set them apart, like the extended drive-up hours at their Brookfield facility, 7:30 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to noon on Saturday. Bank Brookfield Purton, Meadville, and Winnigan. Member FDIC.
All Brookfield Bulldogs in that first quarter, 30-0 our score. The penalty on the return will set Milan back to their own 38-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will start, 1st and 10 with Jim numbers probably out of hand.
166 yards on 9 plays for Brookfield. 2 first downs with 4 touchdowns. And Milan with 6 yards total. 2 for 7 passing for 34, but minus 28 rushing as the sacks go against the rushing totals. And they have 1 first down.
Reed takes the first down snap, back to throw, pump fakes, now pressured, rolls away from pressure, has a man open, got it to him at the 50, quickly hit down at the 45 in Brookfield territory. Nice completion, Hunter to Sims.
Hunter Reed's pass complete to Gunnar Sims, tackled by Colton Parent.
46.
Mark it at the Brookfield 46-yard line. That's a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Sims' 3rd catch.
And that officially is the first time that Milan has made it into Brookfield territory tonight.
Really nice play by Hunter Sims, or by Hunter Reed, the quarterback, who had to escape pressure and then force the Brookfield defender to come off of the underneath route by Sims to pressure him, keep him in the pocket, and that left Sims wide open. Milan's going to take a timeout and talk it over on this second play of the second quarter with Brookfield on top 30-0. And a big hit by Colton Parent after the catch by Sims to avoid much yard after catch, but still in Brookfield territory with 1st and 10 coming. Senior night festivities held pregame, and as Bill Eric, who did the honors tonight on my behalf for the senior night announcement, we talked about it, Bill, a whole different ball game this year from last, and I think that's been a little bit of a factor for this football team. I mean, yes, some of the sophomores have been fantastic. We've got juniors that are pure team leaders, but 4 seniors. Last week we saw a South Harrison team that had 14. 2 weeks ago, 16 for Putnam County. Seniors do matter.
That's why you keep looking for growth in this Brookfield team and you get excited about the future.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the Brookfield 46. Option run is a late pitch to Stotts across the 45. Tripped up inside the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. 2nd down coming.
Good way to get the running back out.
Dylan Stotts, the ball carrier.
They put him in motion.
Alex Bennett, Cameron Perry combined to lead the stop. They'll spot it at the 41. That's a 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5.
Reed made a nice pitch.
Gave him a 5-yard spot to the 41, 2nd down and 5. Wildcats out of the huddle and back to the line on this 2nd down play in Brookfield territory. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Stotts, the running back. Reed, the quarterback's going to keep it. And he gets to the 40, 39, and then falls forward. It's going to be 3rd and short as he picked up about 3.
Hunter Reed, the ball carrier.
Rowdy Fields, Damien
Glasgow combined to lead the stop.
Norman over there, there's several players.
Near the 37-yard line.
This Brookfield line has been
It'll be
throughout the first half.
and
This
a long
3rd
one.
and short would
Short
be the
2.
time to show it.
3rd and a couple from just outside the 37. Line of scrimmage. The first down marker is just inside the 36. 2 wideouts to both sides. Reed in the pistol. Stotts with him in the backfield. Give us the Stotts straight ahead. Not much there, if anything. Gets pushed back, and they're going to mark him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down.
Stotts, the ball carrier. Rowdy Fields led the stop.
The interior of the Brookfield line.
Called a 1-yard loss on the play back to the 43. 3rd down.
Really
Loss of 1 on the play. 4th down. You got to believe they'll go for this one. They went for the 4th and 10 from their own 42. Now they're in the Brookfield 38. So it's 3rd down.
Yeah, it's 4th and 2.
4th down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4th.
Yeah, they just haven't changed it.
And the keeper by Hunter Reed, and he's got the first down. Runs over the Bulldog at the 30 and taken down near the 25-yard line. Big run by Reed and a big first down.
Hunter Reed, the ball carrier.
Brookfield had penetration
Walking
on that
down
play,
at the
but Reed
26-yard
was able to
line.
make a really nice
The
fake.
1st and 10 Wildcats to the Brookfield 26.
Reed picked up 12 yards.
The second time that they kind of fooled the Bulldogs on the little fake handoff quarterback bootleg. First one got blown dead by an inadvertent whistle, but that one got him 12 yards and a first down. Reed and Stotts in the backfield, 2 wideouts to the far side. Give is fake it to Stotts. Keeper by Reed. Gets away from pressure in the backfield and gets back to the line of scrimmage, out of bounds for a short gain.
Reed, the ball carrier.
Sibley and
Rowdy Fields, Cooper Holland
floated down
combined
on
to
the
force him out of
opposite
bounds.
sideline. Couldn't
Mark
quite
it at
see
the
who ended up
27.
driving him out of bounds.
Loss of
Rowdy
1,
Fields
lead
maybe
2nd and 11.
It's one of those that was able to knock him out.
They'll mark it at the 27, so that's a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. 8.5 minutes to play in the first half. 30-0. Brookfield in command. Milan threatening to get on the board here in the second quarter. Reed, the quarterback, in the pistol. Stotts with him in the backfield. McDonald in motion across the formation. Now comes back to the near side in motion. Back to throw. Quick pass to McDonald. Incomplete, and wouldn't have gone anywhere if he'd have caught it. Cam Perry was all over it. 3rd down.
Pass incomplete. Cameron Perry there for the defense. 3rd
I don't really have
and
anything
11.
more to add to that. Cameron Perry read the back out of the backfield really well for it, and that play was right there to be blown up even with the completion.
Donald will have to be careful on going in motion like that. He was going toward the line of scrimmage ultimately, but he didn't
I
call
saw
it
that
for it.
too. 3rd and 11 play coming. Back to throw Reed. Throws the fade route down the far side. Caught for the touchdown. Gunnar Sims goes up and out jumps the defender to take it down and into the end zone.
Hunter Reed's pass to Gunnar Sims for the touchdown.
7-yard touchdown pass.
Good coverage right there with the receiver, but a very nice job by Gunnar Sims to get in position and then out jump the defender, high point the pass, and make the catch for the score, 30-6. And the Wildcats will line up to go for 2. They'll have a full house backfield, or 2 backs. Now they're going to call a timeout as it took them too long to get set. And the Wildcats will talk it over with 8:18 to go. We'll keep it here till after this 2-point conversion try with the score Brookfield 30, Milan 6.
Yeah, it's no secret what the Brookfield defense has been doing when it comes to coverage. Damian Glasgow is in a nice trail position. He's right there in his hip pocket. The only difference this time is Phoenix Jordan was just a tick off in trying to time that and jump it. It's really no different than the other plays. The timing was just a little bit off and a beautiful throw and catch.
A nicely thrown ball was the first key there. Jordan just couldn't get to the right spot.
Everybody promises hometown customer service, but where do you actually get the kind of service you're looking for? It's a century-old tradition at the Bank Brookfield Purdon. Just about everything they do is about the convenience of their customers. They've got an up-to-date variety of modern banking services like free online banking and internet bill pay, and the hometown services that set them apart, like the extended drive-up hours at their Brookfield facility, 7:30 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to noon on Saturday. Bank Brookfield Purdon, Meadville, and Winnigan. Member FDIC.
Penalty flag stops the two-point conversion try, and it's going to be encroachment against Brookfield. So they'll mark a yard and a half off here, and it'll be another try from inside the 2-yard line for the Wildcats. Again, Hunter Reed all the way over to the sideline to get the play call, and all the way back out to the huddle to make the play call. Now to the line of scrimmage. He's by himself in the backfield. They'll spread it out. 3 wide to the near side, 2 to the far side. Reed will keep, and the pressure comes immediately, but Reed makes him miss and gets to the goal line. Good job by Reed to get the 2-point conversion.
Hunter Reed for the 2-point conversion.
8:18 to go in the first half. Brookfield's lead cut to 30-8. Bulldogs on top. We'll take a 1-minute timeout on the Z.
Stanberry Uniforms in the Brookfield Industrial Park has immediate openings for production workers at our Brookfield facility. Full-time sewing and a few non-sewing positions are available. Starting salary $13.60 per hour, paid weekly with 8 paid holidays and a complete benefits package available. No phone calls, please. Apply in person at Stanberry Uniforms, 108 Stanberry Industrial Drive in Brookfield. Stanberry Uniforms is an equal opportunity employer. We participate in E-Verify to confirm that you're authorized to work in the U.S.
Locally owned and operated, Professional Land Title Corporation, located at 113 East Brook Street in Brookfield, has served the title insurance and escrow needs for realtors, mortgage brokers, lenders, banks, and individuals since 1964. Their staff consists of experienced, knowledgeable professionals with a focus on superior customer service. Specializing in all types of buy-sell transactions, they are committed to working with each client from start to finish, ensuring the accuracy of their work. Call Professional Land Title Corporation today at 660-258-3125.
Well, the Milan Wildcats get on the board, putting a nice drive together after the big kickoff return set them up in good field position and get on the board. 30-8. Brookfield still in command, and we'll get the ball back. Azil Alcantara will come forward to kick, and it's a little sky kick to the near sideline, taken at the 30-yard line. Damian Glasgow out to the 38, where he spun down for the Bulldogs.
Damian Glasgow on the return. Tackle led by Brock
on 8 plays, and Reed
mark it at the 39-yard line. First and 10 Bulldogs.
Sims' 4th catch, I believe, of the night, and the 2-point conversion was good.
They'll mark it at the 39 for the Bulldogs to start. First and 10. Bulldogs will go in a tight formation, like a double wingback set with a tight end to the near side. 1 wide receiver by himself to the far side. They'll run the option. Phoenix keeps it. Penalty flag flies. Phoenix across the 45 in midfield will have a first down, but I think it's going to come back.
He's short the ball carrier. It's going to come back. Holding against Brookfield is the penalty flag.
Offensive penalty of the night.
Penalty is laying at about the 38-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 1 plus 10 after the mark-off, back to the 28, and it'll put Brookfield in first and 21.
First negative
10 yards from the spot, takes it back to the 28-yard line, first and 21.
Brookfield's had an incompletion. Every other play was a positive play until that one.
3 wide receivers to the far side. Alex Bennett by himself out to the near side. Parent, the running back, standing next to Phoenix Jordan in the pistol. Jordan calls the signal, gets the snap, back to throw, quick slant, caught by Perry at the 35, ahead to the 38-yard line. He got the penalty back. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Jordan's pass complete to Cameron Perry.
Third catch, that's 35 on the season.
Taken down by Dylan Sotz and Landon McDonald at the 38-yard line. Gain of 10, 2nd and 11.
2nd down, 11. Bulldogs will split 3 out to the near side. Single wide out to the far side. Now Parent behind Jordan in the pistol. Snap. Fake handoff. Quick pass caught by Perry. Gets to the sideline 40 and drugged down and out of bounds at the 48-yard line. He's going to be a yard or so short. No, they gave him a really good spot. May have the first down.
Pass complete to Cameron Perry.
Mark it at the 49.
Running out of bounds by Raphael Sievers. The market at the 49, right at the sticks.
You're going to put it down and check it out here. You said drug him down. He never did go down. Perry is a strong guy.
They'll bring the chains out.
Perry with his fourth catch.
You're right. I thought he was going to go down. You're right. He didn't. And staying on his feet and getting the ball out in front of him as he crossed the boundary is what got him, I think, enough for this first down. We'll see. Got to bring the chains all the way across.
If the ball is past the 49-yard line, then we've got a first down, which I think that's where they spotted it.
Can't see where they placed it. There's an official in the way, but I think you're right.
Brookfield delivers. Family-owned and trusted.
Can't see the measurement either. They're going to stretch it out, and it is going to be a 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Friendly, expert advice.
It'll be an 11-yard gain. Perry now 4 catches, 90.
Let's build something great together.
98 yards.
Spot is the 49-yard line. It's enough for a Bulldog.
Now 36 catches on the season.
7:22 to go in the first half. 30-8. Brookfield on top. 1st and 10 Bulldogs just outside the 49-yard line in their own territory. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side for the Bulldogs. Phoenix Jordan and the pistol Parent just to his left in the backfield as they await the snap. Take the snap. Back to throw. Jordan looks deep. Penalty flag flies. He scrambles up the gut and gets to the 40, but again, it's going to come back.
Jordan, the ball carrier, penalty flag on the play is a holding call against Brookfield.
This one's flag laying on the 46-yard line, so that'll be a loss of 3 and then a 10-yard penalty.
It'll put Brookfield in 1st and 23.
They just mark it off from the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
That's new.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go with that.
10 yards from the line of scrimmage to the 39 will make it 1st and 20.
So 1st and 20 at the 39, right back where they were to start this drive. 2 holding calls against the Bulldogs in the last 4 or 5 plays. Spread it out. Snap bobbled by Jordan. He keeps it and is dropped. Gets a couple. That was it. I think he wanted to hand it off, but didn't handle the snap and couldn't make the handoff.
Phoenix Jordan on the carry.
Be a gain of only a couple.
Tristan Truitt.
18.
Along with Courtney Hayden in on the stop at the 41-yard line. Excuse me, Hayden
With
Courtney.
only 5 running plays tonight.
Oh, and a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 18.
Sure, anticipating that they'll run a lot in the rest of the game.
2nd and 18 from the 41. Jordan in the pistol takes a snap, gives the Parent. Parent's got running room. 35-40 or 45-50. Now cuts back to the near side. 45-40 and inside the 35 before he's run out of bounds. It'll be a 1st and 10. They'll mark it at the 33-yard line.
Colton Parent, the ball carrier. Taken out of bounds by Raphael Sievers.
Good enough for another Bulldog
mark
first
it
down.
at the 33-yard line in Milan territory. Enough for a Bulldog.
6-yard gain on the play. He showed his speed, and the right side of the Brookfield line just opened up a huge hole.
First and 10 at the 33, 6:21 to go in the first half. Brookfield in command, 30-8 the score. Moving again now with Jordan in the pistol. Parent behind him in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the far side. He fakes the quick pass. Phoenix is going to run to the 30-25 and spun down near another first down. It'll be maybe just short.
Phoenix Jordan, the ball carrier. Tackle led by Tristan Truitt. We'll mark it at the 23-yard line. It'll be close to the sticks once again.
They have to measure this one as well.
He got a really nice spot there, as I thought he might have been a yard short of that, but they're going to bring the chains out once again.
Gain of at least 9, maybe 10. Jeff Parent, 3 carries tonight, 86 yards, and a touchdown. The shortest rush he's had, 25 yards.
Family-owned since the 50s. You're part of ours. Explore the latest Ford models, from the rugged F-150 to the
offensive line, offensive and defensive lines have dominated for the Bulldogs. Good to see. This is going to be short, almost a yard, at least a half yard short.
Smith Motor at 309 Forest Drive.
It'll be second down and about a foot, I guess.
Gain of 9 on the play. We'll call it the 24-yard line.
About a foot short, second down.
Jordan, 3 carries for 19 yards.
I'll get it reset, then get the chains back over to the sideline. It's been a busy first half for the chain gang. And once they get it set, they will restart the clock here. 6:13 to play in the first half. There's the under center handoff. That is straight ahead to the fullback, Cooper Holland, and he's got the first down to the 20-yard line.
Cooper Holland, the ball carrier.
That time he had a big hole on the right side. His longest gain of the year.
Cooper Holland playing the old Devin Palmer roll back there in the
line,
backfield.
The 19, first and 10.
Oh,
another Bulldog.
Spot for the 19.
19-yard line, first and 10.
Stay in the I formation.
Yeah, under center Jordan with, again, the up back is Cooper Holland. The pitch, though, goes to Parent. Parent is inside the 15, spun down at about the 14-yard line, so about a 5-yard pickup, second and 5.
Golden Parent, ball carrier
of the game.
You have to like the idea
tackle led by Dylan Sox at the
for the Brookfield.
14, gain of 5,
as well as the right side of
second
the offensive line has been playing, putting Rowdy Fields at H-back and Cooper Holland at fullback and running off that right side sounds okay to me.
Back to the spread formation, though, with just Colden back there with Phoenix. Trips to the far side. Bennett by himself split out to the near side. Quick pass, almost intercepted. That was read nicely by the defensive back, McDonald, who stepped in front but couldn't pick it off.
Pass incomplete. Defended by Brock McDonald.
Only the second incompletion of the night by Jordan. He's 6 out of 8 now, passing. Over 100 yards.
Back to the line they'll come. They'll split 2 out to the far side. Rowdy Fields back in as the up back. And the handoff to Parent, and he follows Fields to the 10-5 touchdown. Golden Parent back in the end zone for the Bulldogs, 36-8.
Golden Parent, the ball carrier,
Once again, it was the right side of that
Bulldog.
Brookfield offensive line and running right behind Rowdy Fields at the H-back position. Completely collapsing the Milan defensive line. Beautiful run.
4:59 to play in the first half, 36-8. The Bulldogs 3 for 4 on 2-point conversion tries. Will line up to go for another here, and they're running out of time. Play clock down to 5 as they get to the line of scrimmage. Jordan in the pistol, motion to the near side, and they didn't get it off. It's going to be a delay of game.
Penalty flag stops the play, delay of game.
Fourth penalty of the quarter. They had no penalties in the first quarter, but they've had an encroachment on the two-point conversion by Milan, and now a delay on their own two-point conversion.
Little hesitation, I think, on the sideline that time as to exactly what they wanted to do and what formation they wanted. And as I said, they were late getting to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for 2 from the 8-yard line. 3 split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Phoenix takes the snap, fake handoff, back to throw, slant, pass is tipped in the air and caught. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Damian Glasgow plucked it off the grass on the deflection for the 2 points.
Pass complete to Damian Glasgow for 2.
4:59 to go in the first half. Brookfield's lead back up to 30, 38-8. Back in 1 minute on the Z.
Been thinking about that remodel project? Stop by Hometown Hardware and let them give you a hand. Hometown Hardware stocks a wide variety of tools, plumbing and electrical supplies, Benjamin Moore paint, and much more. You don't have to spend your money on traveling for what you need. Hometown Hardware is your local store that has the right stuff at the right price with the hometown service you deserve. Located on South Main in Brookfield and open all day on Saturday. Hometown Hardware, the right stuff, the right price, and the right folks to help.
The dedicated staff at Wright Funeral Home in Brookfield is committed to caring for your family. They're a full-service funeral home providing dignified and quality care. Whether making final arrangements for a loved one or planning your own wishes in advance, they are there to assist you. Always offering kindness and compassion, and paying special attention to details is just as important to them as it is to you. Contact them at 660-258-5050. That's Wright Funeral Home in Brookfield, part of the Koenig Inc. and Hayes family of funeral homes, a family tradition of trust and dignity.
True. 4:59 to go in the first half. Brookfield 38, Milan 8. Ronnie Sharp tees it up. And we'll kick away. Here it comes. Line drive kick. Near side, McDonald at the 15, back to the 20, 25, 30. Breaks a tackle at the 35, still on his feet to the sideline. 40, 45, and tracked down finally from behind by Damian Glasgow. A penalty flag comes in late, maybe a face mask. In Brookfield territory is where the line of scrimmage will be.
Well, once again with a good return.
McDonald on the return
from
the south of Brookfield 48. There's a penalty flag on the play as well. The south of Brookfield 48. There's a penalty flag on the play as well.
And unfortunately, I think McDonald, the ball carrier, on the return is the one that's down, and I believe it was a face mask on the tackle and may have been a factor here.
Face mask against Brookfield is going to be a 15-yard mark-off from there.
It's only number 5 in this third quarter.
Second quarter.
Or second quarter seems like it ought to be the
I know.
And they're working on his leg like he's got a cramp or something. So
he made several twists and turns and got out of grasp on the way. Yeah, that looks more like a cramp.
15 yards is going to take this inside the Brookfield 35-yard line. So not a great job for the kick coverage unit there, and a nice job by McDonald, number 34, junior fullback, running back, linebacker. He's had a couple of nice returns in this first half. The first one, he got into Brookfield territory. It got partially called back by a penalty, but it set up Milan's first scoring drive in that second quarter earlier.
Yeah, and this puts them start in Brookfield territory for the first time in the game with 4:46 left. Good chance to get another score on the scoreboard.
Still working on the injured Wildcat, and I'm not 100% sure that it's McDonald, but I assumed that's who it was.
Yeah. Almost looks like a single note. No, it's McDonald.
Yeah, it is McDonald. He's up.
It did look like they were stretching out that calf on the left side, his left leg.
Yeah, he hobbles to the sideline. I hate cramps. Hate them.
Me too. The older I get, the worse they get.
End result, though, is really nice field position for the Wildcats at the Brookfield 34-yard line. with 4:46 to play in the first half. Brookfield leading 38-8. Wildcats threatening right off the bat on this possession. And the senior quarterback, Hunter Reed, in the pistol, takes the snap, back to throw. Quick underneath pass caught inside the 30, inside the 25, makes a man miss. Down to the 15, it'll be 1st and 10. Wildcats on a nice catch and run on the far side.
Pass from Reed, complete to Raphael Sievers. Rowdy Fields, Phoenix Jordan combined with a stop at the 15.
That's a gain of
19
yards
is a
on the
1st and
play.
10 Milan.
In the red zone after the reception by Sievers. And he made a man miss about 5 yards downfield and turned it into that big gain. Back to the line come the Wildcats. Reed in the pistol, Sox with him in the backfield, just to his left. Motion to the far side, Sims, but they'll run the little counter handoff to Sox. It hits red by Cam Perry and dropped for a loss of a yard.
Excellent timing again, shooting
Sox
that
the ball
A-gap by
carrier,
Cam
Cameron Perry. Tackle for
Nice
loss.
job putting
Back
Milan
to
behind the
16,
chains
2nd
on
and
second
11.
down.
Anything that takes more than a quick hitter for this Milan offense has just been dominated by Brookfield's penetration. They've had much more success in the passing game, and they're spread out, nobody in the backfield. Quick underneath pass caught by Sims at the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown. Sims with his second score of this first half.
Hunter Reed, pass complete to Gunnar Sims, touchdown.
Like I said, quick hitter there from Milan, just able to get going toward that far sideline. Turn it up, avoid being knocked out of bounds.
And a 38-14 score with 3:23 to play in the first half, and a 2-point conversion try for Milan. They'll spread it out as they have much of the night, although two backs, both Sims and Sotz in the backfield with Reed. Now Sims motions to the slot on the near side, back to throw. Wanted to hit Sims. He was covered. Now on the run, throw to the back of the end zone is too tall, incomplete. 2-point try, no good. 3:23 to play in the first half. Brookfield's lead 38-14. And we'll take another 1-minute timeout on the Z.
Ow, that hurts. I don't think that's supposed to feel that way. What in the world did I do to myself?
Does this sound like you? If it does, and your doctor has recommended physical therapy, then we suggest you consider the Hometown Girls at Brookfield Physical Therapy. They'll set up a specific plan to get you back up and going, back to your old self as soon as possible. Located at 122 North Main Street in Brookfield, that's Brookfield Physical Therapy, keeping you in the game of life.
Running a business takes dedication, and Veramore Bank is committed to your goals. At Veramore Bank, we offer business banking solutions designed to help you grow. From business loans to cash management and expert guidance, we're here for you. Because when local businesses thrive, our community does too. Visit Veramore.bank or see a banker today. Veramore Bank, your community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Milan Wildcats take advantage of the big kick return by Brock McDonald and a short touchdown drive to get back on the board. 38-14 Brookfield, still in the second quarter. 3:23 to go. Alcantara comes forward to kick. The high hanger, caught at the 25. Perry to the 30-35. Perry to the sideline, 40. Perry to the 45. Out to the 47-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will start with good field position.
Cameron Perry on the return.
Milan drive was 34 yards on 3 plays. Reed a 16-yard pass to Sims.
Rhett Weeder combined on the tackle. They're marking at the 48. Brookfield territory, 1st and 10.
38-14 Brookfield leads. 3:15 left in the first half. We're still in the first half.
And to the line come the Bulldogs with Phoenix Jordan in the pistol, Parent behind him. 3 wide to the far side, 1 to the near side. And they give us to Parent. Parent hit at the line, bounces off, and goes. 45-40, breaks the tackle 30, running to the 25-20, down to the 10-5 touchdown. Parent just kept churning into the end zone.
Golden Parent on the carry.
Henry Looney, the pulling right guard, came over to the left side and helped kick out block. Blew open the hole right there for Colton Parent. Another big, long play for the Brookfield offense.
53-yard touchdown run by Parent. Not
44
as a year.
44-14 now. Colton got caught from behind, but they used the stiff arm nicely to stay at arm's length and take it all the way. 2-point conversion try coming. And back to throw is Jordan. Quick slant, caught. That's Ryder T-Shaw for 2.
Jordan to Ryder T-Shaw, complete for the 2-pointer.
3:01 to go. We'll keep it here. Second quarter. 46-14. Bulldogs on top. And another one-play drive for the Bulldogs offense to answer the Milan score.
Parent, by my numbers, over 1,000 yards for the season. He's well over 150 yards tonight. 158 on 6 carries, 3 touchdowns.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good line.
Not a bad average. He's done that before this year.
Oh, that's true. So that second half against Trenton, I think it was, had like 6 carries and 3 touchdowns. Ronnie Sharp tees it up. Ronnie's got a workout tonight. This will be his 7th kickoff. Bulldogs will get the ball to start the second half.
He's kicked it well, but maybe needs to kick it away from McDonald this time.
Good to see McDonald back in there after he stayed on the field after that last big return he had. Sharp's kick is going to go right to McDonald at the 15-yard line, back to the 20, and he slips down at the 28, but stays on his feet, then goes down at the 29.
Brock McDonald on the return.
Much better coverage by the Bulldogs that time.
Much better. Much better. That's been
Rowdy
the struggle
Fields,
here these
Cooper
past
Holland,
couple drives. Brookfield
Ryder
led by them.
on that
Getting
stop
good field
at the
position and
29-yard
Milan's
line.
taking advantage when they've had it.
Milan ball, first and 10.
Brookfield rotating some kids into those kick coverage units. Ryder Kokenauer, a sophomore, was in on that stop along with Rowdy Fields at the 29-yard line. Had Mace Lambert in on a kick return stop earlier today, a freshman. And there's the option, and the pitch goes to Sotz, and there's nothing there for him. Glasgow comes up and makes a good one-on-one tackle for loss.
I think Sims maybe that
Sotz, the ball carrier.
On the carry.
Damian Glasgow on the tackle for loss. Back to the 24-yard line. Loss of 5. Second and 15.
Second carry, and both of them have been for big losses.
Clock runs down to 2:20 to go in this first half with Brookfield in command. Second and 15, Milan at their own 24-yard line. Reed in the pistol. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Pressure. Throws deep down the far side. Incomplete. Good coverage. Rowdy T-Shaw running with Sims down there. It'll be third down.
Pass incomplete.
I'm watching McDonald go back to the tunnel.
Ryder T-Shaw on the coverage.
Maybe get to the sideline.
Third and 15.
Not well at all. There he goes to the sideline. His left leg again acting up.
Once you start having those things, it's hard to get enough liquid in to counteract those cramps. Hopefully at halftime you'll have a chance. Third and 15. Blitz comes on the snap and a sack. Timed perfectly by Cameron Perry back inside the 20-yard line.
Quarterback sack led by Cameron Perry.
Maybe Cooper Holland as well.
Milan's going to need to do something with this
Yeah,
snap
Bulldogs.
count because Cameron
Mark it
Perry's
at the
got his time
16, it'll be
perfectly
fourth
at the moment, and
long.
he's either going to keep doing that or they're going to change something up, and they're going to have him way off sides. One of the two things is going to happen here pretty soon.
Loss of 8 on the play.
Bulldogs not ready to take their foot off the gas yet. Call the timeout here with 1:56 left. They'll get good field position back on this punt.
They have one more timeout available as well. Of course, with Perry with the ball, it may not take that long.
Yeah. Well, and it's reasonable. I mean, until you get to 35-point margin, it's reasonable to keep playing, and that's what we're doing. We're up 32. Hunter Reed, the quarterback, also the punter, will stand inside his 5-yard line to take this snap. Parent and Perry will stand around midfield to receive the punt. 4th and 23 from the 16-yard line. Snap is good. Takes his time. Line drive kick's going to get over the head of Parent. Colden's going to chase it down. Picks it up at about the 22-yard line. Here he comes toward the near sideline, and he's going to get to the edge. 30, 35, still on his feet. Breaks a tackle to the 40, and down he goes. Great punt by Reed. Got over the top of the return man, but Colden tracked it down and brought it most of the way back.
Parents returned back to the 40-yard line.
By Reed, longest punt
Gunnar Sims.
we've seen of the season. And a
David
20
Wright. Brett Weeder all in on the tackle at the 40. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
He's got a hard line drive style of punting that just went over Parent's head.
Three receivers bunched to the far side. One receiver by himself to the near side. Jordan in the pistol. Parent behind him in the backfield. Long count, and then looks to the sideline. Gets a signal from his coach. Play clock inside 10 seconds as he turns back to center. And the snap, and the quick pass is incomplete. He was throwing the quick out to Bennett. Bennett was throwing the out and up. It'll be second down.
Pass incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yep, just a little miscommunication with the route there, but hopefully Brookfield will be able to get on the same page.
2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. They'll spread it out again. Three receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Parent now to the right of Jordan in the pistol. On 2nd and 10. Jordan's going to run the option and then throw on the run. Caught. Keyshaw at the 50, 45, 40. And down he goes, but has a first down at the 38-yard line in Milan territory.
Jordan's pass complete to Ryder Keyshaw.
It'll be a 22-yard gain for
Tackle led by Rye Peck, along with Gunnar Sims.
The 37
Mark at the 37-yard line in Milan territory. That's a Bulldog.
1st and 10 from the 37. Again, Jordan in the pistol, takes a snap, wants to throw, does. Quick out to Perry. Perry, 35-30, makes a man miss, 25-20. Blocked from Bennett to the 15 and down to the 14-yard line. Another first down on the pass from Jordan to Perry.
Pass complete. 23-yard gain. Jordan to Cameron Perry.
Could have been very easily, could have been a illegal block.
You're right.
Very
led the tackle.
Did a good job of getting in the way
14.
and making the block.
And still a minute to go in this first half.
And that's a Bulldog.
First and 10 at the 14. There's a fake handoff, pass to the far side, bounces to Dayton. Glasgow incomplete, or Damien rather, incomplete.
Pass incomplete, 2nd and 10.
I believe the 4th incompletion of the half.
That one kind of nosedived on Phoenix, trying to get it out. Glasgow, if he would have caught it, was down on one knee anyway. 51 seconds to go in the half. 2nd and 10 from the 14. Phoenix in the pistol. Parent behind him in the backfield. Long count by Jordan Phoenix. Gives straight ahead. Parent off tackle to the 10, to the 5, to the goal line. Golden Parent. Touchdown Bulldog. All right.
Golden Parent on the
right
carry.
side of the offensive
Touchdown
line tonight.
Bulldog.
Let's give some love to the left side of the offensive line this time. Danik Baker coming in playing left tackle tonight, and Devin Norman, and of course Xander Stufflebean making a big hole over there on the left side for the walk-in touchdown. Al Danik stepping in for Lynn Scott, who was hobbled at the end of the game last week and is on the sideline but hasn't been able to play tonight. 2-point conversion try coming. Jordan takes the snap, wants to throw, looks, waits, has time, back of the end zone, tipped away, incomplete. Sims knocked it away. The 2-point try, no good. But the lead is now back up to 38, 52-14. Bulldogs, 43 seconds left in the first half. We'll take a 1-minute timeout on the Z.
We want all our dreams to come true, and Better by Design in Brookfield can help with that. Looking for someone to build a new levee? How about riprap done out by the pond? There's just something about making your home look its best that's satisfying. Better by Design has you covered. Better by Design is located at 900 West Helm Street in Brookfield. Stop by or call 258-9223 and get your quote today. Better by Design is a proud supporter of the Brookfield Bulldogs and wish them the best of luck this season.
At Putnam County State Bank, they're proud to stand behind high school athletes because teamwork, dedication, and community spirit are what make us strong. Whether you're looking for personal banking solutions, business support, or agricultural services, Putnam County State Bank is here for you with the latest modern conveniences to make managing your money easier than ever. Putnam County State Bank, supporting our students, our businesses, our farmers, and our future. Because when our community wins, we all win. Stop by and see Putnam County State Bank in Unionville or Milan, where you can always bank with the local folks. Member FDIC.
52-14, Bulldogs on top. 43 seconds left in the half. The officials have stopped play here. Talking to, looks like Niall Thudium down there on the sideline.
I wonder if we've had some lightning issues in the area.
I'm afraid that's what's on Principal Thudium's phone is lightning issues.
Yeah.
Now the White Hat is talking to Milan head coach Ben Miller. And it looks like we're going to finish this half. 43 seconds left. Just a couple of plays after this kickoff to get to the locker room. Ronnie Sharp has it teed up, will come forward and booms it toward the far side. This time it'll take a bounce and kind of die at about the 25-yard line. Scooped up there, but down he goes at about the 29-yard line.
Raphael Sievers on the return. Rowdy Fields on the tackle. Line of scrimmage will be the 29-yard line. First and 10.
5 plays. Parent, his 4th touchdown, 14-yard run. Pass failed, 52-14 Brookfield.
So it's at 4 touchdowns and 7 carries now for Colden.
Yep.
Yeah, but that 14-yard run really put a damper on his yards per carry.
Second short. He's had 2 14-yard touchdowns.
And Milan's going to kneel down, and we're going to head to the locker room. Actually, they'll have to do it one more time as they reset the play clock. And better part of Valor with potential lightning at least nearby. Haven't seen anything, but certainly Mr. Thudium's lightning detector apparently had some sort of a indicator that it was within a certain area. They're going to reset the play clock again and let this clock run out. So that's the end of the first half.
That's the end of the half.
52-14 Brookfield at halftime. And we will head to the locker room We'll be back with our first half recap as part of our halftime regional football scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Z.
When it comes to quality care and good bedside manner, you'll love the service you get at Brookfield Vet Clinic on Highway 11. The folks there really know how to take care of your animals. Whether you have a small pet or a large farm animal, they'll treat them like their own. Brookfield Vet is a full-service clinic that offers walk-in services. Take your critters to the ones that care the most.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Brookfield
if I
Vet
could
Clinic
direct
on
your
Highway 11,
attention to the
just east of
field.
Brookfield. Call
We have a
today,
special presentation
258-3308. That's 258-3308.
Each year, the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the
Bailey
National
Brothers
Federation
Collision
of
Repair in
State High
Brookfield
School
are the ones you can
Associations
trust when it comes to repairing your
recognizes
car or
one
truck.
coach in
When
each
you've had an
sport,
accident, you've had all the troubles you need for one
in
day.
the state of
That's why the
Missouri,
folks at Bailey
with
Brothers
its highest
estimate the
star
damages,
Coach
help you
of
with
the Year
filing
award.
insurance, and will help
This
you with
award
getting a
is
rental
presented
car.
to an
You've got
individual
enough on your
with a
mind. Let them do what they do
lifelong
best.
commitment to the
Let Bailey
ideal
Brothers Collision
coaching
Repair make a bad
sport.
day better. That's Bailey
With us
Brothers
this
Collision
evening
Repair
is
in
Daryl
Brookfield,
Bradley,
just behind
Assistant
Smith Motor.
Executive Director for Girls Wrestling at Misha, and is presenting
Briggs
the
Funeral Home in Brookfield
24-25
is the
Coach of
only
the Year
family
award
owned and operated
to Drew
full-service
Pasley,
funeral
your
home in
head
Lynn
girls
County,
wrestling coach.
serving Lynn County and its surrounding communities with compassion and professionalism. They offer at-need and pre-planning arrangements, traditional and non-traditional services, cremations and
pleased to
memorial
honor
services,
Coach
veteran
Pasley
services,
with
and monument
values
sales.
contributed
Call on
in the
Rhodes Funeral Home at
scholastic
660-258-7221. A name you can trust and depend on. Rhodes Funeral Home, 258-7221.
Coach of the Year,
The Board of
Drew
Education,
Pasley.
Administration, faculty, staff, and students at the Brookfield R3 School District would like to thank the community for your ongoing support of all
Thank you,
Brookfield
Mr. Bradley,
R3
for being
activities.
here. We appreciate
They're
it.
excited for another great Brookfield Bulldog football season, and they wish the best of luck to all
Folks, we'd
players
also
and
like to
students
take a
in any
moment
of the
to
fall
acknowledge
sports
the
and
recent
activities.
passing of a
Brookfield R3
longtime
School
member
District
of
is
our Board
proud
of
of the many
Education and
traditions
former
that still exist
president
and the
of the
school
Brookfield
pride
R3
displayed
School
throughout
Board,
the community.
Dr.
Blue
Bill
Pride is
Koppel.
alive and well.
His
Let's go
visitation is
Bulldogs.
being held this evening and
We're
funeral
on the web
tomorrow.
at
And we
kzbkradio.com,
certainly
1070
extend
AM,
our
KFMZ,
heartfelt
and 96.9 FM,
condolences to Bill,
KZBK,
his
Brookfield.
friends, his family, including Brookfield graduates Brett and Brian. And we ask you to take a moment to remember Bill Koppel. Thank you very much.
Halftime, and this is the Regional Football Scoreboard Show Halftime Edition. Hi, everyone. I'm Dale Palmer. It's week number 8 of the regular season, and we've got a number of scores to tell you about. We've even got some finals in already, and we'll jump right into the mix, and then we'll send you back to Burlington Field coming up here in just a few moments. First off, let's update you on games that are currently underway and scores that we have. Kirksville was leading Fulton at halftime, 28-13. The Macon Tigers, they were still leading 21-0 at last check over South Shelby. They were in the third quarter now. Centralia taking care of business. They're playing Palmyra tonight. And at halftime, it's the Centralia Panthers leading the Palmyra Panthers 28-8. Halftime, Blair Oaks, the Falcons, out on top of the Hallsville Indians, 35-0. Also at the half, Centralia, the Bulldogs, leading the Mark Twain Tigers, 28-0. Brookfield, of course, as you know, leading Milan, 52-14 at halftime now officially. Hannibal at the half. Pirates out on top of the Marshall Owls, 28-6. It's California, the Pintos.
Please welcome to the field,
They're leading the Elder Mustangs. They're in the third quarter
Blue.
now, and it's the Pintos out on top, 28-14. Holden, the Eagles, leading the Carrollton Trojans at halftime, 28-6. Also in the third quarter, Knox County, the Eagles, they're leading the Lincoln Cardinals, 26-12. We have Clark County with a 24-6 score on top of the West Rand Hornets in the second quarter. Also, Putnam County was leading Gallatin at last check. We haven't got an update on that one for quite some time, but in the first quarter, it was 22-0 Putnam County, and they've, of course, had a lot of, I'm sure, lightning delays because we've been watching some thunderstorms on Storm Track Weather Radar as they've been affecting portions of northwest Missouri and portions of the Z listening area. The Cameron Dragons and Benton Cardinals were scheduled to play tonight. They were scoreless at last check. Monroe City, the Panthers, they were leading Highland 54-0 in the second quarter. Marceline and Trenton, they played their game early. They had, I believe it was a 5:30 kickoff, if memory serves correctly. And Marceline won it 46-10. That's the final. North Shelby, the Raiders were leading the Schuyler County Rams 38-16. Halftime
Odessa was handling the Chillicothe Hornets 21-0. Moberly, the Spartans, and the Mexico Bulldogs, their annual rivalry, they were tied at 14 at halftime. Also at the half, the Lafayette County Huskers were up by 2 points over the Minutemen of Lexington, 22-20. North Callaway, the Thunderbirds, and the Vanpar Indians, North Callaway, leading 36-8. Also, it was Pacific, the Indians, leading the Herman Bearcats, 21-14. Harrisburg was in control of their ball game with the Fayette Falcons, 20-8 at halftime. And what else do we have here? Okay, a couple of others. Osage, they were leading Southern Boone, 21-0 at half. Orchard Farm, the Eagles, out on top of the Warriors of Warrenton, 36-14. The Wildcats of Montgomery County at Montgomery City on KMCR, they were leading the Wright City Wildcats, 14-6. Also, Paris, the Coyotes, out on top of the Slater Wildcats, 46-6 at halftime. And what else? One other final, Mid-Buchanan. Mid-Buchanan, they shut down the Penny Hornets tonight. 62-0 was the final score. We have Salisbury, the Panthers at Crestridge. We haven't had any scoring updates out of that game, so we'll have to check on that. So a number of the teams were of course, delayed due to lightning, and so we could have some holes here in the scoreboard. We'll just have to wait and see. We're going to take another quick timeout and send you back to Burlington Field coming up here in just a few moments. The halftime edition of the Regional Football Scoreboard Show is underway on the Z. I'm Dale Palmer. Thanks for joining us.
From humble beginnings to over a century of service, Regional Missouri Bank is strong, stable, and rooted in North Central Missouri. Regional Missouri Bank is your locally owned community bank, offering prompt, quality service to the communities they serve. They have attractive deposit products, competitive rate home mortgage loans, commercial and agriculture financing solutions, as well as consumer loans. Their electronic banking services help you manage your money on the go. Regional Missouri Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, offer of credit subject to credit approval.
Here we go.
Here at Mountain Dew,
577
really loves the outdoors.
508.
For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your
577
truck. There's your garage full of
508.
toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew.
We've
Always
got
at the
the
ready.
prize
Because
up
when
at
it's time to
the
get out there,
PA
you
booth.
climb into your deer stand and fish the boat.
577-508.
Cooler of ice
Thank you
cold
for
Mountain
supporting
Dew.
the 50-50
That's as
dog
important a
in the
piece of
junior
outdoor
class
gear
fair.
as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Stanberry Uniforms in the Brookfield Industrial Park has immediate openings for production workers at our Brookfield facility. Full-time sewing and a few non-sewing positions are available. Starting salary $13.60 per hour, paid weekly with 8 paid holidays and a complete benefits package available. No phone calls, please. Apply in person at Stanberry Uniforms, 108 Stanberry Industrial Drive in Brookfield. Stanberry Uniforms is an equal opportunity employer. We participate in E-Verify to confirm that you're authorized to work in the U.S.
Tequila Jalisco in Brookfield is everyone's favorite for authentic Mexican food. They still feature all the signature items you've enjoyed all these years, plus their new menu has taken the many choices available to a whole new level. One thing you can always count on, everything is prepared fresh daily. And when you're in a hurry, Tequila Jalisco is the place to go for speedy and delicious daily specials, desserts, drink specials, and more. When authentic Mexican is what you're hungry for, don't settle for fast food when you can get authentic food fast. 7 days a week at Tequila Jalisco on South Main in Brookfield. Regional Football Scoreboard Show here on the Z, the halftime edition, as we send you back live to Burlington Field.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Appreciate it as always. 52-14, Brookfield in command here at halftime at Burlington Field. And cool little presentation I got to be part of as we hit halftime, as Misha and the National Federation of State High School Associations recognized Drew Passley, the girls head wrestling coach, boys too, but for his girls head wrestling coach duties, presented the 24-25 Misha Coach of the Year Award. Really cool and a great, great person to have in our system teaching our kids. Love Drew to death. He's fun. We enjoy seeing those coaches in the press box at away games when we're in the same level with them and talking to them during the game and enjoyed their perspective on things. Drew, one of those, and great guy. And a great first half for the Brookfield Bulldogs, Jim, as they dominated 52-14 our score.
Yeah, they did, both through the air and on the ground. Total of 358 yards in the first half on 24 plays. So I'll let somebody else do the math. I didn't even think about it until I said the words.
Pretty close to 15.
Thanks, Jeff. 198 yards rushing on 12 carries, and led by Colin Parent, 172 yards on 7 carries. That's in the 20s on average. He has 4 touchdowns rushing. Phoenix Jordan, 19 yards on 3 carries. Cooper Holland had a 5-yard gain for a first down, and Cam Perry had a running play for 2 yards. So 198 yards on the ground. Add to that 160 yards passing by Phoenix Jordan. He was 8 of 12 throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes as Brookfield had 7 touchdowns in the first half. Cam Perry, 5 receptions, 120 yards and a touchdown. Alex Bennett had a touchdown catch of 10 yards. Ryder T-Shaw had a 23-yard catch. And Dayton Glasgow had a 6-yard touchdown catch. So Brookfield, 358 total yards, 8 first downs, 24 plays. So in 24 plays, they had 8 first downs and 7 touchdowns in that first half. 35 plays run by the Milan Wildcats as they had a negative 21 rushing on 18 carries, several sacks in that first half by the Brookfield defense, but 113 yards passing in the first half, 6 of 13 by Hunter Reed, the talented Wildcat quarterback, 5 catches for Gunnar Sims for 94 yards. He had the 2 touchdown catches, and then Severs had 1 catch for 19 yards. Milan had 4 first downs. They had 2 penalties, both in the first quarter. Brookfield had 5 penalties. All 5 were in the second quarter for Brookfield. Brookfield will receive the kickoff. No turnovers in the ball game, and we'll see how the weather cooperates here for the second half.
Yeah, Dale talking like there's some activity out there, but I don't think it's nearby, and I don't know how many miles they're looking at when they're using that lightning indicator that Niall Thudium has on his phone. I just know they discussed with Niall right before the half ended, and we're looking at his phone, and we projected that that's what they were talking about, the potential for lightning being a concern. But we got to halftime at least, and we've had games called at halftime before in situations like this, especially with the score where it is. But, Bill, exactly what we talked about pregame as far as this Brookfield offense is concerned. Find the mojo that the tough competition of the last few weeks had kind of put a damper on things a little bit, and they certainly have come out and exploded in this first half.
Oh, yeah. Exploded is definitely the right word to use for what the Brookfield offense did in this first half. I don't know. Maybe I zoned out a little bit, but when Jim was going through those stats, I think really all I heard was want, 7 touchdowns, want, 52 points. And that's, I mean, goodness gracious. Holy cow, 7 touchdowns and 52 points in one half. That is an offensive, explosion is really about the only word that accurately sums that up. I want to, again, give a shout-out to that Brookfield offensive line. Danik Baker coming in, he hasn't been the starter at left tackle this year. That's been Weston Linscott. Danik Baker, Devin Norman, Xander Stufflebean, Henry Looney, Jackson Wattenbarger from left to right doing an outstanding job
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just been informed that due to lightning in the area, we are currently on a 30-minute delay.
All sorts of guys doing a great job blocking out on the exterior. Just really well done blocking from inside out by the Brookfield Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, not only the line, as you mentioned, the back, the receivers, and then the broken tackles that the players have made. Jeff just announced that we have a lightning delay, huh?
Yeah, 30 minutes right now. And, again, I think the storms that we're seeing develop are very spotty. So if there's something close enough that it qualifies, obviously there is, might not necessarily be a long-term situation. So we'll see what happens with that. But talking about Brookfield's performance, and certainly it was impressive. We knew coming in, this Milan team came in having a tough season. Lost last year from a very good program. New coach, new system, lots of new kids being asked to take big roles. But what we have seen, great job by quarterback Hunter Reed with a couple of nice throws, great catches by multiple players, but certainly Sim with the big ones, the 2 touchdowns, a couple of nice kick returns by McDonald to set up short fields on those 2 touchdown drives. So Wildcats are overmatched up front, and the Bulldogs are taking advantage, but they certainly have come out and done some really good things with the football.
Yeah, you got to give credit to this Milan team. You've certainly got talent, but like we said, most of the talent is in a few skill position spots, and they've really struggled to block up front. With a kid like Reed, somebody who can run routes and catch the ball like Sims, you'd like to see him have a little bit more time to make things work back there. But when they have gone deep down the field, most of the time, Brookfield's done a pretty smart job. There was one time there was single coverage and they got away with it, but most of the time there's been some safety help in a cover 2 defense over the top that's been making things pretty difficult for Milan to go downfield even when they have had time.
Yeah, that last drive, they found a little bit shorter path that they were able to connect on, maybe short of the zone, and then were able to get more yards after the catch, especially on the touchdown by Sims, his second touchdown.
Which is one of the things I'm sure the coaches are talking to Brookfield's defense about. A couple missed tackles on that play, a couple missed tackles on another play in that drive, on an underneath route that turned into a big game. Bulldogs have done a pretty good job overall, but missed tackles will kill you. Penalties. Also, you mentioned 5 in that second quarter for Brookfield. A couple of holding penalties, a couple of personal fouls on the defensive side. It was not a pretty quarter, even though the Bulldogs continued to rack up the points. So they've overcome them and had that ability. But, again, looking forward to a big game next week. Marceline, a big win, 48-10 over Trenton tonight in that game on the road. They're going to come in. The Tigers are going to come in 5-3. Their losses to South Harrison, Putnam County, and I can't remember the other one. Have to look at their Salisbury.
Yeah.
State ranked in Class 1. Yeah. So 3 very good football teams. 2 of the 3 teams, the same teams that are Brookfield's 2 losses. Scores are similar. So, early in the year, as Brookfield was dominating, Marceline had a couple tough outings. We thought, well, we got a pretty good advantage. Kind of on paper, starting to look like a really, really good football game next week.
And we know that plenty of times in the Bell game, whatever the paper says, there's times you can take the paper and crumple it up and put it in file 13, because at times it's going to mean a lot and at times it doesn't mean a whole lot of anything. And there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation this week, a lot of school spirit. We hope that people are positive. We hope they're smart about their school spirit. And yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. Been getting to experience this for a long time, and really nothing like a Bell Game assembly and nothing like Bell Game week at Brookfield.
Big game for both teams. I mean, both teams have district seeding possibilities that are positive. I mean, we know Brookfield's going to get a home game. one way or the other. Whether it'll be week 10 or week 11 is the question. Palmyra losing by 20 to Centralia at halftime. That's the team that Brookfield might have a chance to catch. We're not sure. I haven't done all the math yet. It's very, very tight whether they can catch Palmyra or not. Palmyra's got an easier opponent next week and will likely get a plus 13 and a win. So it'll be interesting to see whether that 2 seed is in play. Brookfield in the 4 position going into tonight behind Macon. Macon plays Monroe City next week, so that'll be a tough one for them and a chance for Brookfield to move up to 3, possibly get that first round bye with the 2 seed. And I haven't looked very closely at Marceline's district, but I know a lot of Lewis and Clark teams, including Salisbury, in the mix. But I think a 2 seed is also a possibility for Marceline. If they can pull off the win, they'll get bonus points for playing Brookfield next week in that formula as well. And a win over Brookfield would be huge for the Tigers as well.
So somewhere I've got the formula with me, and you and I did the math last year several times trying to figure it out. It is quite complicated. And
yeah, I'm hoping you still have that spreadsheet somewhere. You did really nice yourself.
Sure I do. Yeah. Well, I haven't worked on it yet because we're just now getting to game 8, so it's time to break out the rules again and the spreadsheet and see how it's going. You've been following it through Misha, which is a good way to do it, but predicting, you got to do your own math.
Yeah, and you got to make a lot of assumptions going into that last week. But I know over the years I've worn out 3 or 4 legal pads, figured it all by hand. So I was glad to get your Excel spreadsheet last year.
Pi is involved, and you got to carry the 2 a lot.
This is not, however, the post-game report.
Yeah, this is the earliest we talked about the Bell game, I'll tell you that.
But it is 52-14 Brookfield. We have a current at least 30-minute lightning delay underway at Burlington Field at halftime. And I guess we will just, let's take a break. Let Dale decide if he's got some more scoreboard stuff to go. And we will talk to Dale, and we'll also talk to the officials here and see what's going on during a lightning delay at halftime. 52-14 Brookfield at the half. More halftime scoreboard is next on the Z.
We've reset it to 30 minutes again. Every lightning strike within a certain radius resets the clock.
And we'll be back here in just a moment. We're going to take a quick time out and pay a few bills ourselves here. So, you're listening to Friday Night Football, week number 8 on KFMZ, KZBK Brookfield, where the Z and part of the best broadcast group. At Putnam County State Bank, they're proud to stand behind high school athletes because teamwork, dedication, and community spirit are what make us strong. Whether you're looking for personal banking solutions, business support, or agricultural services, Putnam County State Bank is here for you with the latest modern conveniences to make managing your money easier than ever. Putnam County State Bank, supporting our students, our businesses, our farmers, and our future. Because when our community wins, we all win. Stop by and see Putnam County State Bank in Unionville or Milan, where you can always bank with the local folks. Member FDIC. Have you been to the Elm Street Inn? Elm Street Inn in Brookfield is much more than just a legend. It's legendary. With fast, friendly service, always a really good time. Go by yourself, take the family, or bring some friends. Elm Street Inn is located on, you guessed it, Elm Street in Brookfield, at the corner of South Main and Helm. Check their Facebook page for daily lunch specials and updates on bands and other entertainment. And remember, they feature all-you-can-eat boiled shrimp on Thursday nights. Yes, it is truly a legend, but Overton's Elm Street Inn has the best food, drink specials, excitement, and fun anywhere, and that makes it legendary. And there is a difference. Overton's legendary Elm Street Inn.
Smith Motor in Brookfield has what you're looking for, and if they don't, they'll help you find it. Serving you since 1951, the family at Smith Motor has a wide variety of pre-owned and new Ford vehicles. So stop in and let the folks at Smith Motor put you in a ride today, or take your vehicle to their service department they have with factory-trained mechanics. Call them at 660 258-2267 or online at smith-ford.com. Smith Motor in Brookfield, where you're dealing with family.
Are you missing that one-on-one contact from your pharmacy? Don't have that feel-good, friendly service? Then maybe it's time to visit your friends at Green Hills Pharmacy in Brookfield. Whether you need to pick up a prescription, just getting some over-the-counter items, or want to drop in to do some shopping for a special gift, you'll always get the best hometown service you deserve. Green Hills Pharmacy is committed to serving the North Central Missouri area with affordable, convenient, and friendly health care. That's Green Hills Pharmacy in Brookfield.
From short-term rehabilitation program options to long-term care needs, Life Care Center in Brookfield has a large variety of nursing care. Not only will you or your loved one be taken care of, but you'll also have all the amenities covered. Contact them today to set up a private tour. Life Care Center in Brookfield is also hiring for a variety of positions and shifts. To find out more about their facility or to see their current career openings, go to lcca.com. That's Life Care Center of Brookfield.
We're in the middle of a lightning delay at Burlington Field. We'll be going back there in just a bit. However, in the meantime, let's go on and update you, and then we'll go back to Burlington Field and talk about what we're seeing on Storm Track Weather Radar and what the officials are planning to do. Okay, some scoring updates here for you. Kirksville, the Tigers, they're leading Fulton right now, 42-13. Macon, they've made it to the fourth quarter. They're shutting down the South Shelby Cardinals tonight, 21-0. The Tigers out on top. That game on True Country KLTI. Kevin Burge has the call. Centralia and Palmyra, they're at halftime, 28-8. The most recent score we have, also 28-0. Louisiana was leading Mark Twain at halftime. 44-6, the score. Hannibal, the Pirates out on top of the Marshall Owls. That's in the third quarter now. In the third quarter, California and Eldon, the Pintos and the Mustangs, they're tied at 28. The Blair Oak Falcons were handling business. They're playing Hallsville tonight. The Indians struggling, haven't even gotten on the board. 56-0. Blair Oaks, the score in the third quarter. Of course, the game you've been listening to here on the Z. We're at halftime in the middle of a 30-minute lightning delay, and Brookfield leading 52-14. The Holden Eagles, they're playing the Carrollton Trojans tonight. Fourth quarter score, Holden leading 35-6. The Knox County Eagles was handling the Lincoln Cardinals in the third quarter, 26-12. The score. Clark County, they're playing West Rand tonight, and Clark County was leading 24-6. That was a second quarter score. We have still not seen an update on that Putnam County Gallatin game. Last score we saw was Putnam County leading 20-0, and that was from the first quarter. So, and again, they've been dealing with the weather tonight too, as have several other teams across the area. Marceline and Trenton, they made the decision last night to play earlier, and they kicked off at, I believe it was 5:35 or 5:30. I believe it was 5:30. And Marceline won it 46-10. That is a final. North Shelby, the Raiders, they were playing the Schuyler County Rams tonight. And third quarter, the Raiders were out on top, 52-16. Odessa and Chillicothe, Bulldogs and the Hornets, third quarter score, Odessa in control, 21-0. The Minutemen of Lexington and the Lafayette County Huskers in the third quarter. It was the Huskers leading 22-20 over Lexington. Also, Moberly and Mexico. Moberly is pulled ahead now in the third quarter and leading 21-14. The Pacific Indians are leading the Herman Bearcats at halftime, 21-14. North Callaway Thunderbirds, third quarter score, out on top of Van Far, 44-8. Osage and Southern Boone, it was Osage leading in the third quarter, 21-0. Harrisburg was handling the Fayette Falcons at halftime, 20-14. Montgomery County, the Wildcats at the half were leading Wright City, the Wildcats of Wright City, and it was Montgomery County leading 14-6. Also, Orchard Farm and Warrenton tonight, second quarter score saw Orchard Farm, the Eagles leading the Warrenton Warriors, 36-14. Paris Coyotes were playing the Slater Wildcats, and from the third quarter, The Paris Coyotes were in control 53-14. Mid-Buchanan, the Dragons, and Hamilton, or the Penny Hornets, I should say. Final score, Mid-Buchanan was the winner of that matchup, 62-0. Also, the South Callaway Bulldogs were playing the Lynn Wildcats, and halftime score saw South Callaway on top 40-0. And that's what we have as far as updates right now from across the listening area. So we're going to take another quick timeout, and then we'll go back to Burlington Field, and we'll try and figure out what the plan is there for the remainder of tonight. And we'll do that coming up here in just a bit on the Z. You keep it right here.
Having the right real estate agent means having an agent who is committed to helping you buy or sell your home with the highest level of expertise in your local market. Cindy Reese at Reese Realty is that agent. Whether you are an experienced investor or a first-time buyer, Cindy will help you find the property of your dreams. Call Cindy at Reese Realty today, 660-734-3536. That's 660-734-3536 for Reese Realty.
Folks, we're going to call the game.
Role models matter now more than ever, and you have the power to be one. When you show good sportsmanship at high school events, you set an example of character, respect,
Appreciate
and
you Milan fans making the trip down. Have a safe trip home. Good luck the rest of the season.
So lead by example
It is
and be a good
bell
sport.
game week.
This message is brought to you by Blade Lindsay with the Missouri State High School Activities Association Student Advisory Committee.
From the Iowa line to Columbia, from Cameron to Hannibal, and all points in between. Your home for today's best mix. KFMZ, KZBK, Brookfield.
Charlie's Family Hair Care at 123 South Main Street in Brookfield is a great spot for everyone in the family. They offer a variety of services, including haircuts for men, women, and children. With family-friendly atmosphere, Charlie's is for him, Charlie's is for her. Charlie's is for the entire family. Open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, or by appointment. Book online with the Booksy app or call 258-7306. For the look that gets the look, it's the cut by skilled stylist Megan Bennett, who always makes sure it's just right. Charlie's.
Since 1982, Randolph County Foundation Company has been providing quality commercial and residential concrete pumping and construction for Randolph and surrounding communities. From start to finish, they get the task completed with their trademark craftsmanship and skill. Randolph County Foundation
Folks,
Company
the junior class
specializes in
parents
flat work,
would love it if you would pick up some hamburgers on the way out the door.
660-263-6341.
As you walk by, grab some.
That's Randolph County Foundation Company.
They appreciate your support.
You're listening to Friday Night Football and the extended version of the halftime show here on the Z and the Regional Football Scoreboard Show halftime edition, extended style. The Brookfield Bulldogs, they are in a lightning delay, a 30-minute lightning delay. And Jeff Elliott, as we go back to Burlington Field, at least you all are inside the nice press box facility at Burlington Field, and Brother Jim has not left on his own, hanging off the top of the bleacher at Trenton tonight. So
yeah. That's
changed.
right. Jim's not in the press box on top of the stands at Trenton. No, we're inside the friendly confines, and this is now, by the way, just for your information, this is now the post-game regional football scoreboard.
I suspected that was going to happen.
Called.
Yep,
yeah,
that's what I figured.
I was looking at radar. I know you've been looking at radar. It's not even here yet, but everything that's causing all of these lightning strikes to be detected is moving this way, and it's going to be several hours before it moves through. And the coaches got together with the athletic director and the officials just a little bit ago, and with the score 52-14 Brookfield, this game has been called. That will be the final, and it is bell game week for the Brookfield Bulldogs after their 6th win on the season tonight over the Milan Wildcats. And all of that talk in our last segment about Marceline, turns out we were ahead of our time. We knew that this game was over. We just didn't get the official word yet, but it felt like that was where we were headed, the way the thunderstorms are continuing to develop and move in from the southwest. So Milan folks are hitting the exits. The junior class parents are trying to get rid of a bunch of hamburgers, I understand, at the concession stand. If you're out and about, come down and grab a hamburger. And
half price.
Half price. And we look at what will now be final statistics. Jim will go through them again here in a little bit. But again, reiterate our last segment to an extent. This is what we were looking for coming into tonight, off of a rough 3 weeks, 1-2 3 weeks against three very good football teams, and some chinks in the armor of this offense with those last 3 games. Chance tonight for the offense to get out, get some mojo back, get some swagger back, see those big plays that identified this team throughout, really including these last couple weeks, most of this season, and get the confidence level back up for these kids heading into Bell game next Friday night.
Yeah, for Colden to be able to feel what it's like to break off those big runs again, for the offensive line to feel what it's like to blow people off the ball again, and hopefully, from our perspective, we're looking for that to keep up against Marceline the very next week. It's going to be a big-time game. There's going to be lots on the line, lots of emotion. Can't wait. It's going to be a good time.
Marceline Tigers have been playing very good football the last few weeks. Their roughest part of their season was early on, it felt like. They ran into South Harrison right off the bat. They had that Salisbury team a couple weeks ago. Last few weeks, they've really gotten things together. A big 48-10 win tonight at Trenton. They've developed some offensive firepower. They were struggling early in the season to score. They've really put points on the boards here lately, and it feels like they're kind of hitting their stride at this time. It's going to be a good matchup next Friday night.
Jeff, I'm going to jump in here real quick.
With a slight advantage.
Hang on.
I wanted to just jump in real quick, and I'm assuming Coach will be up before long. What I'd like to do, let's go on and wrap the official game up, and we'll officially start the scoreboard and be able to take care of some of our sponsor needs, and we'll do that. So if you can get your list handy and wrap up the action for tonight, then we can go on through our normal routine and get everything handled.
All right. Our Friday night football coverage brought to you tonight by the Brookfield R3 Schools, the Brookfield Athletic Booster Club, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Brookfield and Chillicothe, Bank of Brookfield Purdon, Meadville, and Winnigan, Tasty Tree, Charlie's Family Hair Care, NCM Graphics, Brookfield Vet Clinic, Hometown Hardware, Extreme Recreation, Tequila Jalisco Mexican Restaurant, Rhodes Funeral Home, Reed's Realty, Better by Design, Park Lawn Memorial Gardens, Green Hills Pharmacy, Overton's legendary Helm Street Inn, Life Care Center, Brookfield Physical Therapy, Bailey Brothers Collision Repair, Smith Motor, Professional Land Title, and Wright Funeral Home, part of the GEH family of funeral homes, all of Brookfield. Stanbury Uniforms, Brookfield, Milan, and Warsaw. Regional Missouri Bank, Marceline, downtown Marceline, Salisbury, Keatsville, Glasgow, Paris. 2 Moberly locations and in downtown Brookfield. Quinn Lumber, Brookfield, Marceline, and Macon. Barrymore Bank, locations in Brookfield, Milan, Kearney, Eagleville, North Kansas City. American Family Agent Lindsay Mentor, locations in Unionville and Princeton. Putnam County State Bank, Unionville and Milan. Best TV of Moberly. Sheraton Valley, keeping you connected today and tomorrow. Visit them online, cvalley.net. Call 660-395-9000. Go further, go faster, go fiber with Sheraton Valley. That's our game coverage from Burlington Field. 52-14, the final called at halftime. Brookfield over the Milan Wildcats. Brookfield improves to 6-2. Milan drops to 0-8 on the season. It's Bell game week, and our postgame from Burlington Field will be part of our postgame regional football scoreboard on the Z.
You've been listening to the best in high school football live on KZBK and the Z Sports Network, part of the Best Broadcast Crew. Tonight's game has been a special presentation of Best Broadcasting Incorporated and was heard live on 1470 AM, 96.9 FM, Brookfield Cable Channel 6, and on the World Wide Web at kzbkradio.com, courtesy of shighway.com, your local internet provider. Your announcer has been Jeff Elliott. Stats and commentary by Jim Elliott. And I'm Dale Palmer. Now stay tuned for our regional scoreboard show next on KZBK and the Z Sports Network. Okay, so we're stalling just a bit as the Regional Football Scoreboard Show is officially underway now here on the Z, a little bit earlier than normal, as the ball game between Brookfield and Milan at Burlington Field called at halftime due to lightning and weather that is affecting portions of the listening area. And the final 52-14, Brookfield wins it. And we'll be going back to Burlington Field here in just a moment. We are watching on Storm Track Weather Radar these showers and thunderstorms, which we were talking about. We've been talking about them actually for the last several days on our weather. And some of these storms not only have a lot of lightning, but some very heavy rain. We've even seen some indications of hail in some areas, but that is primarily been along and to the west of the I-35 corridor. But nonetheless, a number of teams dealing with the weather tonight, and Brookfield, one of those teams. And since the game has officially been called as a final at halftime, 52-14, we can officially move on now to bell game week. For week number 9, Marceline, they played early tonight. Their kickoff was, I believe, at 5:30, if memory serves right. And they were playing Trenton, I believe it was. And Marceline won it. So let's go back now to Burlington Field, and we'll officially go and kick off the post-game show. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it, as always, and more scoreboard to come as we fill a little bit of time here. We've got senior night festivities held pregame here tonight, and Coach Luke is bringing all 4 of them up here tonight to talk to us as our players of the game. In fact, they've just slipped in. So, hi guys. It's a full house here in the
Did they bring any hamburgers with them or what?
They did not bring hamburgers with them, but they all are A-OK and back on a roll tonight. I know we talked pregame. Let's see. Who am I going to? Let's talk to Ryder first. Who we talked pregame about. It's been a tough couple, 3 weeks for you guys. Ran into a little trouble. Things didn't go the way you wanted to. It was important tonight to come out and get that mojo back, get things rolling back. And it feels like you guys really did that tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the momentum rolling, especially going into next week and the week after the playoffs. That's really going to help us. And, yeah.
We'll see where we go from here, but that confidence has got to be important. And, I just feels like everything was working tonight. You were able to shut things down, get the offense rolling, build the big lead. Gave up a couple of scores, but overall it was a really good performance and an important one. Cameron, moving into bell game week, how important to be playing your best football?
Oh, it can't be explained how important it is. Just every little detail matters.
I know it's just 4 of you. I know that, coming off of last year, you had that huge senior class that you saw how they led the team, how they worked the team. But you guys all stepped into leadership positions too. And come over here, Cooper Holland. You guys have got just a few kids in this class, but the way you and the junior class in particular have played together all your lives, you've really built some leadership on this team, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely for sure. I think, last year's team we were good, but we also had our flaws. And this year, I think, just because we lost seniors doesn't mean we can't be the team we were last year. Obviously, we don't have the same record, but that doesn't mean we're just as good. But yeah, I think we've all stepped up and are able to do our jobs and be the leaders we should be.
And really, you guys, from day one, you've been talking about this is not last year's team. This is this year's team, and this is your team, and it's your time. And you've certainly taken advantage of that. Devin, fourth bell game, I guess, for you, for all of you 4-year guys. That's what I thought. You got to move over, Mike. Devin Norman now steps in. What's the bell game like for you?
For me, it's basically going out on the field with these 4 guys and causing some havoc, dying for each other, fighting for each other, making every last play count. It's always how it's been for us. Always trying our hardest, always trying to put in the best work that we can just going forward.
And you guys are aware how special this is. High school football players don't have games like you guys get to play next week. Camp, it's really unique, something that you may never experience again.
Yeah, we have to keep the bell at home. We've had it for 3 years, my freshman, sophomore, and junior year. We got to keep it here for the senior year. This is home for long.
All right, Ryder, last one for you. What is the key for you guys as you head into this big last week before Belgium?
We just got to focus on every detail, stay locked in at practice, and just keep at it, what we've been doing all year.
All right, cool, guys. Congratulations, senior night, but more work to be done. Ryder T. Shaw, Cam Perry, Cooper Holland, Devin Norman, thank you guys for coming up. Appreciate you all. Have a great week of practice, and let's go get them next week. Coach Corey Luke steps in, and Coach, we talked pregame, and we talked pregame as well about tonight was an opportunity to kind of re-get your footing under you, get your kids' confidence level up. You wanted them to come out and take care of business. They did the job.
Yeah, talked about, in the locker room pregame, throwing the first punch, getting out early and, defense gets a big stop and then scoring 2 plays, so they did that, and that's something that we really struggled with throughout the year is just getting off that fast start. So it was good to see them do that, but, our next talking point was, throw the last punch too. You got to finish the game, got to play 4 quarters, so, a little sour taste in the mouth, obviously not getting to play a full 4 quarters, especially on these guys' senior night. You want to see them out there for 4. So, but yeah, for the 2 quarters that we were playing, execution was well. Details, got to fix a lot of things. No disrespect, but that's a team that's kind of struggling. And I think the writing's on the wall that we're going to have to kind of clean up some of those stuff, move forward.
Yeah, we were looking back at Marceline's season, and early on they, number one, had the tougher part of their schedule in the early part of the season, and they struggled offensively early, but they've really put some points on the boards the last few weeks. And on paper, this looks like a pretty evenly matched couple of teams. It's going to be a big game next Friday night.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle, and I'm excited for that. Obviously, the last 3 weeks have been tough. A tough fought loss to Putnam, big win against Gallatin, and then a tough fought loss against South. Obviously that's not where you want to be. In weeks 4, 5, and 6, but now we get a chance to build our momentum and go into playoff season. Playing our best football, and that's going to be a great challenge for us. So, I know we're excited about it for sure.
I guess if there's a plus to losing the second half tonight, you came out of this game unscathed. Injury-wise, I know you, with Lynn Scott out tonight, you're a little beat up, very physical few weeks. It's going to be a very physical game next week. You should go into next week's game in pretty good shape health-wise.
Yeah, there is some silver lining in that for sure. And, the guys that stepped in for Weston, you kind of talked about that, but I kind of want to shine a light on them. Jackson Sibley stepped up, defensively had, I don't know if it was 2 sacks, but it was definitely one solo one, and then he was involved in a couple more big plays. So, he's a guy that's been the next man up at, 8 different positions, and we've had a couple injuries, and it's just not been in his spot. So it was good to see him, get out there on a Friday, and his first real chance to shine on, on a Friday. So, hats off to him. And then, offensively, Danik Baker stepped in at left tackle, and, he played a very good football game. So both of those guys, stepping in. Obviously, Weston is huge to our team, but, hopefully we can roll in with everyone healthy next week. But it's definitely good to know that, if something does happen, those guys are, proving a little bit.
Talk about those 4 guys. I mean, I know we'll talk about them in detail when the season comes to an end, but on senior night, great to bring them up. Glad you brought them up, give them a chance to do the interview, but they are just a great group of kids. They're a big part of that team last year and took that role to themselves for this season.
Yeah, and I really feel like, throughout the course of the year, they're not, none of them are the starting quarterback, none of them are, I guess Cam scored some touchdowns, but all of them just have such big roles in the team that, I don't think necessarily everyone notices. And, all 4 of those guys are very good at the role, and they know the role, and they do it to dang near perfection. So, really proud of all 4 of them, and, all 4 of them really have busted their butt. Pretty proud of them.
Yeah, they've made themselves a big part of this program, and it's not easy to do. I mean, yes, Cam's got the speed, but I think overall it's hard work and effort that gets you to where they are right now, and it takes time and it takes a lot of dedication to get there.
Yeah, you look back to last year, you talk about your Devins, your Traces, your Peytons, Kendrells, all those guys, all 4 of, our seniors this year were, had huge roles on last year's team. I know Cam kind of was battling injury, but he was a big part of our offense. And then Cooper and Devin and Ryder. They were all kind of the anchors of our defense. So they're the guys that have played in these big games that we've kind of talked about, and we're going to see in the future. So I'm excited to see them perform, and I know they're going to be ready.
Got a pretty good record in bell games, Coach. How do you approach the week? Same as every week, or is it something different?
You could try to say that as much as you want, but that's the plan you got to go in with, and realize that every aspect is going to throw a curveball at you, but you got to keep the main thing, and biggest things you got to stack together 4 good practices. Monday's obviously a lot of film, install stuff. Tuesday, Thursday, your heavy workload, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of your heavy workload, and then Thursday, kind of just fine-tuning little stuff. So we got to go full 4, this week in practice, and then, like I say, I'm confident, but they got to realize it's going to be a war. And they're going into it with each other, and I'm excited to see them compete.
All right, Coach. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Corey Luke, Brookfield Bulldog head coach, a lightning shortened 52-14 victory over the Milan Wildcats tonight to improve to 6-2 overall, and we head into bell game week. And Jim, I know you did the numbers at halftimes; they haven't changed, but let's go ahead and get the numbers, because Bulldogs definitely put up plenty in that first half, 52 points, and a lot of statistics to go along with that.
Yeah, we'll just highlight a few things. The Milan team, we talked about their struggles. The Brookfield defense really played very, very well tonight, holding them to 92 yards and on 35 plays in the first half. 2 touchdowns, though, for Marceline, as Hunter Reed had 2 touchdown passes to Gunnar Sims. But Brookfield did a good job, especially slowing down the running game, negative yards on the ground. And then for Brookfield, 358 total yards. We talked about the rushing yards, 198 on 12 carries. 24 plays run by Brookfield tonight, 7 touchdowns and 8 first downs on those 24 plays. That's pretty good. And
and Colden 4 touchdowns on those 7 carries.
7 carries for Colden Parent for 172. He now, by my count, has 1,024 yards rushing in 8 games. So a nice year going for him, and hoping for well more than 10 games this year. We'll see. But he continues to move. And then Cam Perry, 5 catches for 121 yards. He now has 37 catches, I think, on the season. The record, I think, is Campbell Staddy with 52, I believe. And we talked about the records pregame. We need to get updated, but Perry has been a huge part of this passing offense. Bennett had a touchdown catch tonight. Dayton Glasgow, a touchdown catch tonight. Ryder T-Shaw had a nice catch of 23 yards. Damian Glasgow played a good game, didn't get that catch, but Phoenix spread it around tonight. That was good to see. Holland had a first down rush.
Touchdown catch for Alex Bennett tonight, his first touchdown, right?
Bennett had his first touchdown catch, and Glasgow's touchdown catch was his first touchdown catch. He had a rushing touchdown before. And Jordan, a good night, 8 of 12, 160 yards. That's 20 yards per reception for him. So excellent night overall offensively, and Milan, hopefully McDonald is okay. They get to go to Putnam County next week, so it doesn't get any easier for them, and we wish them well. But, boy, that's a tough place to go up and play a kind of a rivalry for them, as they don't have to go too far to play that. And Brookfield, of course, with the Bell game, where Brookfield has a slight advantage in the one-loss ratio, depending on which school you talk to, which stat you look at, and there is a difference of a couple of wins here and there that are contested, and so we'll see how it goes next week, as Brookfield was able to get the big win last year, but it looks like it's going to be a lot closer game this year.
Yeah, as we said in our last segment, we were talking about Marceline, looking at their schedule and what they've done these last few weeks. They've got the offense rolling. They put 48 on the board tonight and have done a really nice job developing as the season goes along and seem to be hitting their stride at the right time. Bulldogs kind of got their feet back under them tonight and got the 52 on the board and a half and over 370 total yards and a half. Pretty good way to start the week as they head into Bell game week. Both teams will be ready to go next Friday night.
You look at the two schedules, the common opponents, if you will, in the Grand River Conference. They've beaten the same teams and lost to the same teams. Both teams lost to Putnam County and South Barreton. Both teams had wins over Gallatin and the other conference teams. So I don't know. It's been a while since it's looked this even, I think.
Yeah. Almost the same scores, similar scores.
Similar scores, yes.
Yeah, in a lot of those games. So it'll be a good one right here next Friday night. Bill, we talk about that game every year and how special it is, and you heard the kids talking about it. It really is something that I think sometimes we take for granted because it's an every year thing here. It's not normal. It's not something that most high school kids get to experience. And next week should be another great one.
No, and this rivalry is so much more fun when both teams are good. You know, when it's a relatively evenly matched thing, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I think when Kansas football stinks, it's not that much fun for Missouri to play them, right? It's more fun when it's a relatively evenly matched rivalry. And speaking of Missouri, you know, I go back all the way to kindergarten. Let me tell you, Mizzou football stunk when I was in kindergarten, and both of my parents were Mizzou grads. And yet the Bell game is such a big deal at Brookfield R3 that I had to go home and ask my mom and dad, is it okay for us to like Mizzou? Because there are so many similarities between the name of the town and the Tigers and the colors. I'm like, is it okay for us to like Mizzou? Because, man, this is intense. This is intense, and you got to love it.
Yeah, you talk about evenly matched, enjoying it. I'm thinking Chiefs Raiders, and I like it when the Raiders are terrible. But at any rate, not the case with the Bell game this year. And again, look forward to what should be a great matchup next week. And as we said earlier, an important game for both teams. When we look at district seeding, Jim and I will crunch the numbers this week and figure out where we're at. Palmyra was losing big to Centralia earlier at last week.
That's now final. It was Centralia over Palmyra 44-8 was the final in the Clarence Cannon. All of the games we were following in the Grand Rivers are now wrapped up. Of course, Marceline played early, knocked off Trenton 46-10. Brookfield with the game called at halftime 52-14. Putnam County rolled over Gallatin 42-16, and South Harrison knocked off Polo 39-8 was the final in that matchup.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate that. And so the big win by Centralia, and that loss in minus 13 for Palmyra is going to make that 2 seed a very, very tight calculation if Brookfield gets a win next week. That's step one for the Bulldogs, is to get past the Marceline Tigers in the Bell game and try to get a plus 13 if you can. Marceline in a similar situation. I mean, they've got Salisbury, I think, in their district, but they've got a chance to get a decent seed, a good first-round matchup, and there's also a couple of buys, I think, maybe even 3 buys in their district. I don't remember if they had a 5-team or a 6-team district, but a possibility there for the Tigers getting a bonus for playing Brookfield in the calculation if they can come away with the win. So big game on district seeding, but secondary to who gets to ring the bell at the end of the night. That'll be the main concern as we head into next Friday night here at Burlington Field.
It's my favorite instrument. I mean, I played the drums in school, but that bell, there's nothing like it. Sounds great.
Well, and as these 4 seniors said, they're going for 4 for 4, so that's always a big deal for a class to get through unscathed, and the opposite for the Tigers seniors who will be looking for their first taste, and that's always something you really chase with all you've got. So a lot of reasons to think that both of these teams will come loaded for bear next Friday night at Burlington Field.
Should be a great one. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm glad we're going to be here at Burlington Field, although home field advantage has not been a big advantage for either team over the years. So we'll see how it goes.
Not a lot of effect on the game. Nice effect on us, though, to be here in our comfort. Yeah. We have the best seats in the house here, and although Marceline took great care of us last year, and we appreciated that, this is the place that I want to be, and that's where we'll be next Friday night. Bill and Jim will be with me, and we'll have the Bell game for you next Friday night, of course. And I think, Dale, we've killed just about as much time as we can. 52-14, a game called at halftime. Brookfield with the win over Milan here at Burlington Field tonight. We'll send it back to you for the rest of your post-game regional football scoreboard.
I know you're just wanting a hamburger is the only deal, so yeah.
Actually, I want to get to the car before the lightning comes in. We haven't seen any lightning, but it's apparently close enough that it caused us to stop this game. So we'll tear down and go home. We appreciate you, though. Stay tuned. More post-game scoreboard to come on the Z.
All right. Thanks, gentlemen. I started to say have a safe trip home, but definitely have a safe trip home because you're nearby. And we, of course, will look forward to having you again next Friday night here on the Z as we are officially in Bell Game Week, as you heard. We have got a number of finals now to pass along. The Macon Tigers, they shut down South Shelby tonight 21-0 in the Clarence Cannon. Centralia rolled over Palmyra and put a real damper on the Palmyra Panthers' homecoming festivities. 44-8 was the final. Centralia won it. Highland was at Monroe. Of course, in the Grand River, we'll talk more about that. And we've got a number of other finals we wanted to share with you as well. Congratulations to Kirksville tonight. In the MCMC, they knocked off Fulton 49-19 the final. Hannibal with a homecoming victory tonight over Marshall, 51-6 the final score. Those and more to talk about. And we'll also be going to Milan and checking out things on their scoreboard and seeing how things are shaping up. So we've got a lot to do yet tonight, and we hope you'll keep it right here as our regional football scoreboard show, week number 8, is underway here on the Z. I'm Dale Palmer. Thanks for joining us. Back with more in just a moment. Extreme Recreation can help you find the perfect recreational vehicle or the parts you need. Extreme Recreation is family-owned and operated and easy to find on the south side of US 36, just west of Brookfield. Right now, Extreme Recreation has demo models on sale below cost, including Polaris Rangers and Razors with 5 miles or less. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 and Saturday 9 to 1. Stop in or call 660-258-3732 for Extreme Recreation on the south side of US 36, just west of Brookfield.
Salisbury Meat Market is the place to go for mouth-watering smoked pork chops, succulent hams, tender roast beef, and brisket. They offer everyday low prices, excellent customer service, and quality products. Whether it's just dinner for the family or for a large group, stop into Salisbury Meat Market and let their friendly staff do the cooking for you. Salisbury Meat Market and Processing LLC are conveniently located at 29047 Market Lane in Salisbury, or just call ahead at 660-388-5816. Life is tough. Your meat shouldn't be.
Serving the central Missouri area since 1996 with quality and proficiency, you need to look no further than Porky's Concrete Pumping Services, LLC. Their friendly staff is capable of pumping any kind of job from bridge decks, flatwork, floors, walls, or any other project you might have. Call 660-263-6341 or visit their website at rcfcporkies.com or visit their Facebook page for more information. Contact them today for all your concrete pumping needs.
You belong to a group or organization that would like to be notified of job openings at KFMZ and KZBK, please write us with the name of your group, mailing address, and a contact person. Include your telephone number, fax number, and if possible, an email address. Then we'll notify your group or organization when a job opening occurs. Mail your request to Employment Notification 107 South Main Street, Brookfield, Missouri 64628. KFMZ KZBK is part of the Best Broadcast Group and an equal opportunity employer.
Update you now, give you some finals and also some updated scoring information we have since we, of course, were in a 30-minute lightning delay and then the game was officially called. So we are early and late and all kinds of things here. So just bear with us. But we will certainly get to you and get to all of the scores for you like we usually do here on the Z. So stick around. A lot more to come, a lot more to go. In the Clarence Cannon tonight, again, it was Macon taking care of business. They played South Shelby and won it 21-0. Kevin Burge had the call on True Country KLTI, and we may hear from him before the night's out and see what happened in that ball game. I'm not quite sure yet, so we'll double check. But Kevin, we are set up and ready if you are wanting to give us an update. It was Centray over Palmyra tonight, putting a damper on the Palmyra Panthers' homecoming festivities. 44-8 the final. Highland was at Monroe City. Monroe was expected to win that one. Highlands really struggled this year. We have not seen the final on that as of yet, but I'm sure we'll have it. In the Grand River, Brookfield winners over Milan tonight, 52-14. The final score, that was called at halftime. Trenton fell to the Marceline Tigers, 46-10. They played that game early, kicked off at, I believe, 5:30. Putnam County over Gallatin tonight, officially 42-16. And South Harrison won their ball game. They played Polo, 39-8 was the final in that matchup. Louisiana was rolling over Mark Twain at last check, 49-14. Holden was taking care of business in the fourth. They were leading the Trojans of Carrollton 35-6. Knox County was leading the Lincoln Cardinals in the third quarter, 26-12. Last score we had, Clark County was leading West Rand 24-6. And what else? Okay, Kirksville, I believe we mentioned that over Fulton tonight, 49-19 the final. And Centralia over Palmyra, 44-8. Blair Oaks, they shut down Hallsville. The Falcons over the Indians, 56-0. That's the final. It was California with the win over the Eldon Mustangs tonight, 36-28. Hannibal, they defeated the Marshall Owls. Homecoming tonight for the Pirates, 51-6 was the final score. Again, Marceline over Trenton, 46-10. Brookfield over Milan, 52-14. Putnam County, as we mentioned, over Gallatin, 42-16. And Monroe City and Highland, there we've got it, 68-0. Monroe, victorious, 68-0. Monroe. And that was the final score in that matchup. North Callaway, the Thunderbirds, in the third quarter. It was North Callaway leading 50-8. Lexington and Lafayette County, the Huskers and the Minutemen. It was the Huskers leading 20, leading the Minutemen. Harrisburg was handling the Fayette Falcons 28-8 in the fourth. Montgomery County and Wright City. And quite a battle underway. The Wildcats and the Wildcats, 20-20 was the score in the fourth quarter. Also, North Shelby, the Raiders over Schuyler County. 8-man football tonight, 52-16 the final. And I believe we mentioned it was the Odessa Bulldogs over Chillicothe tonight, 21-7 the final. And Mid-Buchanan, the Dragons, they knocked off the Hornets of Penny, 62-0. Pacific over the Herman Bearcats tonight, 42-14. The Moberly Spartans, they won their matchup with Mexico. And it was the final score of 28-21. The Spartans out on top. Southern Boone fell to Osage, 21-0. Paris Coyotes over the Slater Wildcats, 67-22. South Callaway knocked off Lynn, that was the halftime score, 40-0. So South Callaway was way ahead in that one. And also final now. That was it. So had those updates for you. What else have we got here? That is the main updates, main scoring updates we had. Of course, Salisbury was playing tonight. They remain undefeated. They were playing Crest Ridge. Crest Ridge was 4-3. Salisbury 7-0 going into tonight's action. And so we'll be looking for that one. And several others that we will still be keeping tabs on. And we also wanted to take a quick peek and get some updates as far as scoring from around the state, because there's so many implications here with the district matchups and as things go. So we'll take a quick peek there here real quickly and update you. Let's see here. I'll get you some finals from those games. And, of course, we've got a bunch of them. There's still a lot to go, a lot to report yet. It was Adrian over El Dorado Springs tonight, 44-13. Ava, they knocked off Kabul 56-7. Also, Blue Springs South over Blue Springs, 35-7, the final. Branson played Logan Rogersville and won it 35-28. Brookfield over Milan, as you know, 52-14. And also Buffalo. They were playing Reed Springs, and Buffalo won it 15-14. It was Butler with the win over Windsor, 26-12. Cardinal Ritter, they played Desmet and won 66-47. Carl Junction won their matchup tonight against Bolivar, 44-7. Carthage over Webb City, 28-14. And what else? Okay, still, I do not have an update on that Salisbury game yet. I thought I would, but Scotland County, as we mentioned, over Crystal City, 52-30. Potosi won tonight, 40-14 over DeSoto. Also, Charleston over East Prairie, 41-14. And I realize a lot of these out of the area, but nonetheless, still, as we get on down the line here, they certainly are going to become factors. Washington over Fort Zumwalt East tonight, 22-20. Putnam County over Gallatin with Tri-County, 42-16. Smithville, they've rolled over Grandview. Grandview has really struggled this year. 77-0 was the final score. Hannibal over Marshall, we mentioned that, 51-6. Hazelwood East over Hazelwood Central, 35-0. And what else here? Chaminade College Prep over Hillsboro, 42-7. King City over St. Joe Christian, 62-8, the final score. Lafayette, Wildwood over Lindbergh, 54-14. And Lee Summit North with the win tonight over Lee Summit West, 20-17, the final. Lee Summit over Staley, 28-25 in their game, and it was Liberty over Oak Park, 49-14. Also, Liberty North over Rockhurst, 21-12. And we have Lone Jack over Sherwood, 14-6. Lutheran South over Confluence Prep, 49-6, the final. Archie over Manhattan, 13-0. And Marionville over Ash Grove, 34-7. Maryville over Savannah, 42-6, the final score. And then if we have any other updates out of Misha here, Harrisonville over Oak Grove, 28-7. The final. Pacific over Herman, as we mentioned, 42-14, and Centralia, 44-8 over Palmyra. Also, it was Parkway West over Pattonville, I should say, 41-29. Platte County, they were playing Ruskin, and Platte County won it, remains undefeated, 70-6, the final. Mid Buchanan knocked off Penny. We mentioned that, 62-0. Also, South Harrison over Polo, 39-8. And Rittenhour over McClure North, 42-0. John Burroughs, they played Roosevelt tonight, and John Burroughs had the win, 13-0. It was Seckman over Hazelwood West, 54-12, the final. Seneca over East Newton, 56-7. And Christian Brothers College over SLUH, 37-0. South Callaway over Lynn. That was one we recently added, 58-14. The final, South Callaway with the win. Macon, of course, over South Shelby, 21-0. And Osage, they knocked off Southern Boone, 21-zip. 24-14, North County with the win over St. Clour. St. Mary's Southside, they played Catholic out of Illinois, 23-0. The final score. And Marceline over Trenton, 46-10. As you know, they're over Willow Springs, 69-0. And so that gives you some ideas. Valley Catholic over Bowling Green tonight, 56-6. The final in that matchup, it was North Callaway with the win over Van Far, 52-8. Cole Camp shut down Versailles, 35-0. And it looks like that's it as far as updated numbers out of the Mesha scoreboard. So we did want to pass that along, and we wanted to also check and make sure we didn't have any other local updates here that we wanted to make sure we passed along. And we will, of course, take a quick time out and kind of regroup and double check all those numbers, and also take a look ahead to week number 9 officially of the high school football season. And we will do that coming up here in just a moment. So you keep it right here. Regional Football Scoreboard Show on the Z.
Some mobile DJ companies fade and go away because an iPod DJ took their gig. Not G2 Entertainment. G2 Entertainment, good people and care about your wedding, birthday party, corporate event, you name it. With over 20 years of experience and over 40,000 songs in a growing library every day. G2 Entertainment mobile DJ service lets you pick the songs you want played. For more information, check out g2entertainment.com or call 644-5257.
Where's G2 Entertainment? G2 Entertainment.
I just did inventory for the office. It looks like we need printer paper, tape, and more envelopes, but the ones with the windows, in size 10 this time.
Can't I just get that at Malwart while I'm there?
No, we need a larger amount. Plus, I know for sure NCM Graphics will have all of it.
Oh, okay.
At NCM Graphics, they have more than just copy services. Whether it's office supplies or shipping services, NCM Graphics in Brookfield has a variety they can do for you. That's NCM Graphics on North Main Street in Brookfield.
This is Zach Bruner, Superintendent of the Marceline R5 Schools. The faculty, staff, administration, and Board of Education of the Marceline R5 Schools are excited for another great Tiger Fall sports season this year. We want to wish all of the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members good luck, as well as remind students to display great sportsmanship. The sportsmanship that we encourage helps represent our school and community in a positive and respectful way. From all of us at Marceline R5, go Tigers.
Running a business takes dedication, and Veramore Bank is committed to your goals. At Veramore Bank, we offer business banking solutions designed to help you grow. From business loans to cash management and expert guidance, we're here for you. Because when local businesses thrive, our community does too. Visit Veramore.bank or see a banker today. Veramore Bank, your community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Charlie's Family Hair Care at 123 South Main Street in Brookfield is a great spot for everyone in the family. They offer a variety of services, including haircuts for men, women, and children. With family-friendly atmosphere, Charlie's is for him, Charlie's is for her. Charlie's is for the entire family. Open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, or by appointment. Book online with the Booksy app or call 258-7306. For the look that gets the look, it's the cut by skilled stylist Megan Bennett, who always makes sure it's just right. Charlie's.
Helm Street in Brookfield definitely has some of the best mouth-watering food in town. Pool tables, big TVs to watch the game on, and ice-cold drinks. That's what you'll find at Helm Street. So if you want a fast and delicious meal, or you're just looking for a place to go this weekend for a good time, try out Helm Street in Brookfield. That's the Helm Street Inn on the corner of South Main and Helm in downtown Brookfield.
It's more than just a legend. Overton's Helm Street Inn in Brookfield is legendary, and there is a difference. Extreme Recreation can help you find the perfect recreational vehicle or the parts you need. Extreme Recreation is family-owned and operated and easy to find on the south side of US 36, just west of Brookfield. Right now, Extreme Recreation has demo models on sale below cost, including Polaris Rangers and Razors with 5 miles or less. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 and Saturday 9 to 1. Stop in or call 660-258-3732 for Extreme Recreation on the south side of US 36, just west of Brookfield.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew, always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Regional Football Scoreboard Show here on the Z. I'm Dale Palmer, and we were hoping to hear from Kevin Burge, who was on the road tonight, I believe. They were playing Macon was at South Shelby tonight, and they won that match up 21-0, and that set up next week's game when Macon will be hosting Monroe City in the Clarence Cannon, and hopefully we'll still hear from Kevin. He's probably on the road, but if you get a chance there, Kevin, give me a quick call, and maybe we can squeeze you in here on the scoreboard before we wrap things up tonight and kind of take a quick peek as far as what happened in your game tonight and what you're expecting for next week as we roll on into week number 9. And again, a lot of implications as far as playoff numbers, district numbers are concerned across the Show Me State and in the various districts, and that is one of them. So Brookfield will be hosting Marshall Lane for the annual bell game and Grand River Conference play next Friday night. We'll have that broadcast for you. Of course, live on the radio here at 96.9 FM KZBK. We'll also have it on 1470 AM and 96.1 FM KFMZ, our companion station, and on the
Brookfield Cable Channel System on Channel 6. So, Milan will be at Putnam County next week, South Harrison at Gallatin. The other Grand Rivers Conference matchup will be at Maysville and Polo at Polo. In the Clarence Canyon, again, it will be Macon hosting Monroe City. Clark County at Highland. South Shelby will take on Palmyra next week in that matchup. We'll also be keeping tabs on the Centralia, Kirksville matchup, Trenton and Lone Jack. Russellville will be at Fayette. Harrisburg will travel to Lynn. West Rand will face Salisbury next week at home. Salisbury will be at home. Panthers hosting the Hornets in their annual rivalry matchup. That's always a great game. Bowling Green, they will host Mark Twain in action for you next week. And then, let's see here, what else do we have? Lafayette County at Carrollton. Chillicothe will be at home. They'll be hosting Benton. Louisiana will take on Montgomery County at Montgomery City on KMCR. The Moberly Spartans will be at Orchard Farm. And no, I take that back. Orchard Farm. Yeah, that's right. Orchard Farm will be at Moberly at Larry K. Knoll Stadium. So that game is at home next week for the Spartans. Hannibal, they will be on the road. They'll take on Fort Zumwalt West, Mexico. And MICDS, they will take on their game will be played Saturday. So they have Friday night off next week, but they'll play